old Tyrannosaurus. Just like me.
From Las Vegas, Nevada, this is Access Vegas.
Welcome back, guys. You know this is my favorite thing to do. Obviously, some people pay for therapy. I host a panel show full of women. Therapy. Welcome, guys. Welcome once again to Access Vegas. We're going to go ahead and introduce our panel. She is a professional wrestler right here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
It's live professional.
It's
wrestler.
Barbie Hayden. How you doing, Barbie? Everybody, give Barbie a big round of applause. There she is. We're going to start this way and go all the way around next to Barbie. She is a fashion designer, also here from Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Carly. How you doing, Carly?
Great.
Yes, good to see Carly. Nice. She is your favorite mattress actress. I hope I said that correctly. And she's the host of All In with Tiff. It is Tiffany Fox. How's it going, Tiffany?
Hey, it's going good. It's going good.
Hey, guys, make sure your volume's on 0. Next, we have, she's an atmosphere model, and she is with Bun Censored. It is Miss Bree Summers. How's it going, Bree?
Amazing.
There we go. Good job. Give her a big round of applause. Next, she is the co-host of Green Room Radio. It's Lil Rach. Hey, Rachel.
Going on?
There we go. Nice. She is a model. She's in marketing and she's in sales. It's Dee. What's going on, Dee? How you doing? Give it up for Dee.
I'm doing great. Thanks.
There you go. All right, Dee's first time coming on here. Also, her first time coming on here. She's a burlesque dancer and she's a comedian. It is Christiana Sin. There we go. And she's an atmosphere model, a brand ambassador, Miss Rita Marie. There we go. Nice. And she's a model, singer, and she's a manifestation coach. Fuck yes. It is Kensley. Kensley is here. Nice. All right, guys. So we got this whole group here. Did you have something? You have something you want to open with?
No. I just want to say we will. We're doing the show today. What's happening next week?
Okay, so
next I think we need to go over.
Yeah,
that.
so there won't be an Access Vegas next Thursday. It'll be next Friday because next Thursday we're having my 46th birthday party at Hawkson.
Let's go.
And there's just a few people coming. Rita, how many people are coming? Like 12?
Probably like 10.
10, 12 people.
Yeah,
All right. Anyway,
it's really
they're planning something. I don't know what the theme is. Rollo knows what the theme is.
Oh man, I'm sorry I failed. You said don't make it gay, and it's very gay. Super gay.
Michael will love that.
It was already gay before I got into the telegram.
It was.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, that's gonna be next week. So we're gonna have my birthday on Thursday. Then that means on Friday we'll be doing Access Vegas, just because they're legitimate. There's 83 girls that are coming to the thing. So some of them are going to be coming on the show that Friday. For those of you who are interested, we're also doing Babes in Toyland, the Pink Party. It's going to be in Los Angeles on the 14th of October, and it's for breast cancer awareness. Yeah. And it's with the Black Tape Project. So all the girls from Black Tape are going to be doing that. And then also on the 29th, we're going to be doing Swimsuit USA in Mexico. We're going to be crowning a new champion, Swimsuit USA World Championship, and it's my 1 year anniversary because that's where I met my girlfriend. Was at Swimsuit USA.
I'm
This is the gayest red pill show of all time. I'll just say it because they're going to say it in the chat. This is the gayest red pill show anyone's ever come out.
It's the full moon.
Yes.
Yeah, we're just happy here.
Yes.
I'm thinking we need to do a Black Tape version, like a Black Tape episode of
For sure. We could get
everybody come in Black Tape.
Come in Black Tape for sure. Yeah, I'm sure we would not get demonetized at all.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Awesome.
Well, if that doesn't set off Matt Walsh, I don't know what will.
Okay, beautiful. So why don't we talk about this? So you guys know who Matt Walsh is? Have you guys seen the documentary What Is a Woman? Have you guys heard of that? Is anybody here? Raise your hand if any of you have heard
I've
this.
I've never seen it, actually.
I've heard of it.
You've heard of it. Has anybody heard of it?
I mean, I've seen it.
Okay, cool. Do you want to go ahead and describe essentially what happened?
Oh, you mean with myself and Matt Walsh?
Yeah, so
or just
are
in
you guys aware what the Daily Wire is? Daily Wire
Yes.
is
Daily Wire.
Daily Wire. They have what's his name? Ben Shapiro's on there. Matt Walsh is on there. Who else?
Candace Owens.
Candace Owens is on there. Basically, it's like Fox News wasn't conservative enough, so there's like a new Fox or Fox News.
It's online Fox News.
Great.
It's basically an online Fox News, and so that's what it is. And so one of the commentators on there is Matt Walsh, one of the talking heads, and Matt Walsh has an issue. So one of the things we talk about on this show is we try to we don't give a lot of prescriptions, but we do have a lot of descriptions. And one of the descriptions that we have is that marriage right now for men is kind of a difficult deal. Well, I'm not against marriage overall, but when you see like 80% of marriages or divorces are initiated by women, 56% of divorces of marriages end in divorce. It's 52% for your first divorce. It is 68% for your second divorce after your second marriage, and then your third marriage, it's 73% chance that you're going to end up getting a divorce. And then there's a bunch of other things that happen when it comes to like family law, when it comes to alimony, and when it comes to stuff like that. It's one of these situations where it's becoming harder and harder. Also, prenups are getting thrown out. It's harder and harder for men to want to get married. And as we've seen, the divorce rate is declining, but the marriage rate is plummeting. Very, very few men actually want to get married now. And the other thing that's happened is that when men get divorced after the age of 40 and they lose all their money, they are 9 times as likely to commit suicide. So all these statistics come together, and it paints kind of a bleak picture. And the picture's been painted on shows like this, and then the traditional conservatives that are about God and family and apple pie and monogamy and heterosexuality and all this kind of stuff. They don't like this message, and so they come out and they attack. Yeah. They attack this type of content, and the guy they specifically go after is you.
Right. Well, they don't name me by name though. I'm just one of those red pill guys, or those nebulous red pill guys out there in the ether somewhere. I want to get started here by asking. I know some of you already, so I think I already know the answer to this question. But is anybody married at this table? No.
It's interesting. This is the first time. This is the first time we've ever had this, because it's usually like a half or a quarter of you guys are married. That's interesting. How many of you guys are in a relationship right now? A relationship? You're in a relationship? Okay, cool. So just 2 of them. Okay. Wow. Any of you guys? Who here has a bachelor's degree? Anybody with a bachelor's degree? No? Bachelor's. That's the first time we've ever had that. There's always like 2 people who are married, 2 people.
This is off to a great start.
I know, right?
This is great. I'm excited.
Wait till we ask you about 3 countries.
Okay, there we go.
Let's go. We're smart. We just go.
Nice. Are there any blondes here? Anyone who's a blonde? You got a few blondes. Okay. Got a few blondes. Okay, awesome. There
I identify halfway there.
Halfway there.
We like that.
Anybody who's pro abstinence? Anybody who's pro? Nobody. All right, cool. Let's go.
No one else is. None of you are. Actually, maybe that's actually a good thing. Are you guys having any trouble finding guys that you really want to have some sort of relationship with, or do you want? I should say this: do you want to be in a serious relationship?
Kensley, go ahead. What do you think?
Yeah, where are they? Where's the good ones? That's what everyone asks me. And I'm like, oh, girl, your heart's just closed. But then I open mine.
You haven't manifested it yet?
Put it back. Never mind.
What are the experiences that you're having? They're coming to you and pretending to be one way, and they're a different way. You're meeting. Oh, by the way, I just read this yesterday. I forgot before I mentioned this. I'm reading The Evolution of Desire again. One of the greatest books ever read. The book on dating. This is the greatest book ever written. It's by Dr. David Buss. They're on its 6th edition. This is the academic version of it. It's called Evolutionary Psychology, the textbook. And one of the things he talks about is on dating apps, what percentage of men are married? On Tinder, Bubble, and Hinge, what percentage of men are married? Go ahead, D.
So like 34%.
34%. To get up to the microphone, Christiana.
25.
25%. What do you think? The percentage of men that are currently married on dating apps.
Probably like 25%.
25%. What do you think?
I was thinking 30.
30.
It should be 0.
Zero. There you go. Should be 0. Well, that's right. It's 0. What do you think,
I'm going
Carly?
with like 30.
30.
I'm going to pick the high note. I'm going to say 70%.
70% are married. What do you think, Bree?
I was going to say 47.
40.
15.
15. The answer is 30. Wow, you guys got it pretty close. What a ridiculous! What a fucking insane statistic! That we totally take for granted. The fact that 30% of men on dating apps are married. That is madness to me when you think about that.
Yeah. What's the reason why?
Well, are they open or not?
Because honestly, because here's the thing. Marriage was a covenant, and now marriage is sort of like a good try, like the old college try. It's like I want to have kids and a
it's
house.
An LLC.
Yeah, it's like a marriage is now like a tax benefit and sort of like a handshake deal. That's what it's become. Marriage is sort of like long-term dating now. That's what it's essentially become,
more
right?
It's
definitely more of like a business deal than like an actually romance. No.
Yeah.
I feel like everything that the government gets involved in turns to absolute shit.
That's fair.
Like the government touches it and it just turns absolute shit. But if they just touch the IRS a little bit more and it completely abolishes, I think we'll all be happy as a country.
Did you realize that we are the government, right?
Fuck the government.
We the people.
You're the people. Kensley, what have been your experiences?
Well, that's funny you guys are bringing up married men on dating apps. Yeah, okay, let me see. Well, I was just talking to someone recently, and he's like, oh, yeah, we're in the middle of a divorce. This guy, we like started talking a year ago, and then I didn't see him for a long time because of stupid reasons.
They don't sound stupid to me. I'll bet you they're not that stupid.
Oh, this girl, like, said some shit that wasn't true about me. I'm like, I don't even know this bitch. But anyways, that's like my common story.
He
like,
believed her.
That sounds exhausting.
He's stupid. Honestly, I think it was just him anyways. Just him anyways. But so then I see him again online a year later, and he messages me, and sure enough, he's like still living in the guest house, like still going through the divorce.
It's like a 10-year divorce.
Oh yeah, he's like, all my money's like tied up. He's like, we don't sleep together. She left me for another girl, and I'm like,
She left it.
okay, this guy is like so full of shit. Yeah, a lot of guys are full of shit.
Were there any other experiences that you had like that? Is that generally what you're saying? Hey, so Kensley, Kensley, just so we're clear, like he was never in the middle of a divorce. Like everything he's saying was to you was most likely a lie.
Yes,
and that's the thing. One of the things, again, I'm going to keep recommending this until every one of you ladies reads this. You should read The Evolution of Desire. It goes over the concept where men and women have long-term and short-term dating goals. For women, they actually are quite similar. When you want a guy that you want to marry and you want a guy that you want to just like have a short-term fling with, the short-term fling, he's actually better. Like you want him a little taller, maybe a little bit more good-looking, but you don't need him to be dumb. You don't mind if he's dumb, but you don't need him to be dumb. When it comes to men, though, when they're picking a marriage partner, a long-term partner, they tend to pick someone who's physically attractive, but they want high agreeableness, high intellect is good, high levels of empathy is also important. When they're looking for short-term sexual partners, men, it gets embarrassingly low. They do not care about IQ at all. They don't care about any of these things. Like the levels drop to absolutely zero. And that's one of the main differences. The other thing that kind of shows the dichotomy between men and women is when men cheat, about 80% of the time they're looking for a short-term, when men cheat, about 70% of the time they're looking for a short-term sexual fling, and about 30% of the time they end up falling in love with their affair partner. For women, it's the opposite. 80% of the time women fall in love with their affair partner, and 20% of the time they're just looking for dick. That's essentially what happens. So it's quite the opposite, and you see the difference.
I see.
Carly, what's your experience here?
Looking for dick.
In the past, when I have cheated, like, I had a connection with every single one of them. Like, they were cool. They were dope. There was something that I liked that I didn't already have. So, yeah.
I have a question. Why did you cheat?
All right.
What?
There was something I was lacking on.
Yeah, they say that women, I've never cheated, but they say that women cheat because they're dissatisfied in an aspect of their relationship.
But why not leave?
I was
you
comfortable.
still want him too.
There was more than just like the sexual,
But do you think that was fair to your partner?
Absolutely not.
Oh, accountability. I take it.
There it is.
But yeah.
Stop the cap.
It's a lot cheaper to stay, I guess. I mean, that's probably what it is.
No, not at all. I've always been very independent. So yeah.
All right, Carly. So go ahead. How many times have you cheated on a guy before?
Oh my God.
Red flag.
Oh, yeah. That's good. We need to go around the table for that one.
Yeah, that's fair.
When you did, okay, I don't know how many times you did, but when you did,
yeah. What about that?
no, how many times?
How many different people?
Separate incidents, different partners.
I would say roughly around 6.
6 with what?
Six.
With hold on, Carly. 6 with the same guy?
With a bunch of different guys.
No. I mean,
like on the same guy.
the
Like,
same guy was
Right.
getting cheated on.
Yeah.
And is he watching this now?
6 times.
I hope not.
No. Okay.
Are you still with him now?
find out later.
Absolutely not.
What? Okay. Can you tell me what are the attributes of the guy you were with that were
Oh my God.
like what that you didn't like?
Balcony.
Because a lot of guys are hearing this like, I don't want to get cheated on.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I think that's
Can you get closer to the mic?
Yeah, talking to the
Just
mic.
grab the mic.
Pull it closer to you.
Yell this infidelity.
Pretend like grab it. Pretend like you're cheating on someone. Grab it.
Talking to the penis.
I think
my
that in a
gosh.
relationship, you need to always consistently have the same dating inspiration that you always have. And I think in a long-term relationship, you lose a lot of different things along the way. And it becomes more of a business relationship than a romantic, physical, loving relationship. And I think you can get lost along the way in that with different relationships that you develop. And so in the last relationship that I was in, I felt more of a business friendship relationship, and that's where I sought out other things for more sexual, romantic, things like that.
Like the spark was gone, basically.
The spark was gone, yes, and it was still a great relationship, and I think we still brought a lot to each other.
What was the business?
We didn't have a business together, but we were very both business mindseted, so we inspired each other.
Okay.
To be successful.
Okay. And then hold on, the guys you cheat with, what are the attributes those guys
fun.
have?
What's the commonality? What's the commonality?
Were they all
between
a certain height, a certain eye
course.
color? What
Tall,
all tall. Okay, keep
tall
going.
and handsome, yeah.
And handsome?
Tall and
Were any of
handsome.
them dumb? Were any of them just like dumb?
Probably.
Yeah. Did any?
For sure. The guy that I'm really interested right now is dumb as shit, but he's hot as shit.
So is it Thunder from Down Under or Chippendales?
Don't
Which
worry
one?
about it.
Oh, don't worry about it. Okay.
Dr. Buss, the prosecution rests its case.
Yeah, for sure. Do you want to get married someday?
When I find genuine love, which I don't necessarily believe in anymore. Yes.
Do you find any accountability in yourself for not being able to find
Absolutely.
genuine love?
I feel like I am very selfish with myself and my time and my energy and my love, and I don't necessarily want to share that with anybody when I have that all for myself right now.
Got it.
I got a question for you. The guy that you cheated on, was he overweight? Was he supportive? Was he nice? Was he like comfortable? Was
All of the
he
above.
familiar?
He was overweight?
All of the above.
All of the above?
Yeah.
So he wasn't as hot as the other guys that you cheated on.
I was attracted to him.
Really?
But I was attracted to other people
Did
too.
he make more money than any of the guys?
Don't
that
worry
you
about
met?
that.
Your zodiac.
I see. There it is. Well, now the reason I'm asking because that is like flies directly in the face of the mate switching hypothesis, and it flies directly in the face, or I should say, it confirms dual mating strategy.
No, time out. Real quick.
Zing.
No, it doesn't. I'm explaining to you why. Ladies, Barbie, how many times have you cheated on your partner?
Actually, 0.
Yeah. Okay. How many times have you cheated on your partner, Tiffany?
I've never cheated on my partner.
Remember,
what
0.
partner?
Hold on.
I
17% of the time, they're not falling in love with their partner.
I broke up with my boyfriend before I cheated on him.
Okay.
So you weren't technically cheating.
Well, no, it wasn't. It was never technically cheating because the moment that I had a thought of it, I broke up with him because I couldn't do that to my partner.
That's what
Was the thought of cheating the thought of being with another dude or the thought of leaving your man?
So what happened was it started to become a sexless relationship.
Okay.
And that's pretty much the statistic of divorce because it's sexless marriages. So they're going to go seek it elsewhere and therefore they file a divorce. So that may be the case sometimes with men getting erectile dysfunction and the wife is very unsatisfied. Therefore, the wife probably files for a divorce.
The prosecution rests its
Bree,
case.
you?
Am I right?
Captain Sartain.
So, I don't know. It's like a loaded question for me. It's kind of the same as hers. The relationship.
Can you get close to the mic?
Talking to the penis.
So
the relationship was over.
You just broke up.
Yes.
Okay.
So I just got out of a long-term relationship, or so I wanted it to be. Yeah, I cheated. But we were on a break, and I had just gotten cheated on.
This is an
So
episode of Friends.
I did it as a form of like self-sabotaging almost,
Mhm.
and like revenge. But revenge only hurts the person that's doing the revenge.
For sure. Mm-hmm.
So it hurt me probably honestly more than it hurt him.
Rach, have you ever cheated on someone?
Yeah, I was like 19 years old and I was drunk and it was with my best friend at the time.
he was cute and one thing led to another?
Nope, it was just like a really drunk moment. It was like off Everclear.
Has it never happened again?
I mean that pretty much
By
explains
the way,
it,
we don't.
yeah.
We really don't talk
was
about.
19.
We really don't talk about this enough because these are two different things. Yes, we don't talk about this enough. So specifically it is
What would
tequila.
you like to know?
It is specifically tequila, cocaine, Molly, mushrooms, marijuana. Like specifically
Hey,
those
weed
things.
doesn't make you do that.
We will no, but weed.
No.
Hold on, time out. Weed sometimes takes anxiety to 0, so it does. Weed takes anxiety to 0. Look, listen. There are dudes out. I got 100 dudes out there that'll tell you girl smoked some and she was way more down, like 100%. If she has anxiety about hooking up with a dude, she smokes a blunt for sure.
It's like smoking a
Might give me more
cigarette.
anxiety. I'd be like, oh fuck.
No, look around. Hey, Tiff, look around the table. What you're saying is not accurate, honey. No, it alters your state. Marijuana, really? You think it's like smoking a cigarette?
I mean, I smoke it a lot because my finger is stuck in a gang sign, but like.
But that's why. But you're used to it. You have a tolerance.
Yeah, I'm the anomaly of it.
Okay, so no, my point is like when we do these things, there's two things. things. Number one, I've seen girls come here, no intent on cheating, and then it's tequila, they're on stage, somebody gives them some Molly, and then they just end up doing shit. But here's the thing, ladies, you're still accountable. If you get drunk and run somebody over, that's still DUI homicide.
Right.
If you get drunk and you accidentally push somebody off a balcony, that's still manslaughter. So even though you were drunk, and even though you were on Molly, because I hear women do this sometimes. They do this like, well, yeah, I cheated on him, but I was fucked up.
For real, Everclear.
I was 19.
Yeah.
That's all we get our
Dude,
hands on
I
at
partied.
19.
I
like brain surgery.
What I'm saying is you may be fully in love with your boyfriend, but because you were in that situation and you cheated, he's not going to give a shit. It's still a problem for him. Go ahead, Carly.
So I do want to clarify, because I was in that situation for a very long time and I kind of did what I did. I have discovered a different side of myself where I felt like I love free love. And so, like, I don't necessarily want to be tied down to one.
So you're polyamorous now?
I am not going to label myself as anything, but I'm learning different things about myself. And so I will say that that's that. That's that.
Do you mind if we ask how old you are?
I'm a whore.
28.
You're 28? I didn't say that. That's horrible. Why would you ever say that,
I
Rolla?
love it. We love horse. Virgo.
More whores. More
Okay.
whores.
Hold on, one more time. D, have you ever cheated? D's never cheated?
Never cheated.
Have you ever, Christiana?
I've not.
No?
You
Rita?
sure about that?
You know the answer.
Well, Rita, I have no idea what you're talking about. Rita, have you ever even had sex, Rita?
Never. Dude.
Never?
I'm fucking Virgin Mary.
Rita, can you talk about one like maybe super awkward situation where one met the other? Has that ever happened?
Oh, I mean, they might be best friends. They might not be.
They might be. They're not going to be best friends after they figure it out.
No one's safe.
No one's safe.
Never
Kinsley?
cheated.
Never cheated?
No.
Okay, so
I left. I just left.
you just left because you had the
I
feeling.
would never do that. I respected him so much.
Wait,
I wouldn't be with someone that I did not respect.
Okay, ladies, can I ask you? Can I ask you guys a question? Have you guys ever been in a relationship with a dude and said, "I need a break. We need to go on a break"? Has anybody ever done that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Has anybody? You guys have done that? Has "I need a break" ever led to sexual intercourse with another guy? Has that ever happened?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. Who said no? It has not. You didn't have with anyone
Believe it
else?
or not, it's coming from the porn star dressed like a nun.
Okay, go ahead.
I moved all the way back to my hometown, so
Yeah.
like, AKA, it was over. But then we did get back together like 6 months
Okay.
later. So like,
Okay,
Yeah,
so I need to
that's a
explain.
long
I need to
time.
explain this to you guys. Now, maybe for some circumstance it doesn't happen. If a woman says I need a break, that means she is going to go sleep with someone else. Maybe something happens. She gets deployed to Iraq and she doesn't actually sleep with someone else. But for the most part, that is what those words mean. Please do not be confused by that. If you want to take her back later, take her back with the understanding that I need a break means I am going to sleep with someone else. That is what it means. And I've had way too many people.
I found a better option.
I mean, at least I
sorry,
didn't
Carly's
cheat.
getting upset because I'm giving up game right now.
I'm
But
not getting
I'm
upset.
upset. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. But you guys understand, lady, because there's a lot of guys out there who are listening to this right now, and they're in this thing. It's like, well, it was a lot of stress. She's going through stress in her job, and she's just going through things, and she needs a break. When a man needs a break, he might actually need a break. He might have colon cancer or fucking need to get a promotion in his job or something bad has happened. When a woman needs a break, there is sex with another man in store.
So
I just want you guys to
you're
understand.
saying-
Disagree.
You're saying she
No,
needs
no.
more
So I
practice.
want to hear what you have to say, but I want to also throw this out there before you say what you're going to say. How many times when a break is initiated, is it the woman initiating the break versus the man initiating the break? Go ahead.
Every time I've genuinely needed a break, it was just like Michael was saying. Sometimes the guy just like actually needs a break. It was that for me. I wasn't out seeking other things. I really needed to like hone in and focus on myself because what I was in was suffocating and I wasn't able to like see myself clearly. It was an actual break.
Yep.
It wasn't, oh, I need this break so I can go fuck other people. No.
No. Oh, please understand. When you say I need a break, if I put a polygraph on you and said, "Are you going to go fuck some other dude?" the polygraph would show you don't intend on fucking another dude.
Yeah.
Not right away.
But you will. That's the point.
You're like,
But you will.
there.
Like the thing is, like, while men and women both have our weaknesses, men, for instance, we like sexual variety to the point where sometimes we cheat in a relationship, and we cheat more than women do. Okay, women a lot of times what they'll do is they will have a feeling, like their brain will tell them these are my intentions, and then their body will go and fucking do so. Will go fuck Kyler in the fucking the bartender at the foam cannon party, and they'll like one thing led to another. I love Carly. The look on Carly's face. It's like she's just she's hearing the truth, and like yes. Again, like it's just very different. I think.
I did set the bartender's dick today.
Clarify something for me though, because you said.
Wait! Stop! You sucked a bartender's dick today?
Today.
Wait, what happened?
That's nasty.
Wait, what happened?
He let us in early.
Free
He
drinks.
saw we were working, and so he was like, "Yo, come to the bar." And we're like, "Okay." So we get a couple of free shots, and then my tip was his tip.
Yo, she sounds like the kind of girl you want to take to a concert.
Hold on. Carly, is this the guy that you're interested in, or is it another guy?
It's all casual.
But you said there was a guy you were interested in.
She's interested in all of them.
Okay, it's all casual.
No, I only have one fake boyfriend right now.
You have one fake boyfriend.
But we're not serious at all.
We're not. Well, clearly, because you were with the
He's out
bartender.
doing his shit. I'm out doing my shit.
Okay,
But
nice.
we're out doing our shit together too.
No, you're doing your shit together.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
Are there ever?
He's my favorite.
Okay, got it. He's ranked number 1 overall.
Yeah.
And you guys would do shit, and there'd be other women involved.
Not yet.
Not yet. You haven't
Not
done
yet.
that. What about other dudes involved?
He doesn't want to.
He doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Would you want to?
Of course.
You would want to do Eiffel Tower stuff.
Every girl wants a doubles threesome.
Okay, hold on. Time out.
Best
Okay,
friends.
guys. Now let's do this because I know some. Listen, there's a possibility. There's a possibility when I ask this question. There's a possibility. There's a possibility when I ask this question that some of you are going to want to say yes, but not actually going to say yes.
No.
So here's what I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask this question a different way. Do you think most girls, maybe not you? Do you think most girls want a doubles threesome? Do you think most girls? Raise your hand if you think most girls.
Double guy, right?
Yeah, 2 guys. Eiffel Tower.
I feel like every girl thought about that.
For those of you playing the home game, a devil's threesome is?
It's 2 guys, 1 chick.
What's the tower?
Eiffel Tower.
Devil's Tower?
But
There you go. Look, Rolo. Like this. Oh, see this? Look, you guys see this?
Yeah,
It's right here.
bitch in the middle.
Yeah,
There's so many other fun positions.
That's not gay. They're not touching. They're not crossing swords.
It's not yet until later.
I mean,
It's
you might
only gay if you make it gay.
but
Okay, hold on. Before we go, all
touch each
right. So
other's
just so we're
dick. It's
clear,
that easy.
raise your hand again if you think most women do want a devil's threesome at some
if we
point in
think
their life.
most women, can we
Most
can
women.
we
I don't know.
raise
Okay,
our
so
hand?
Bree thinks so. Okay, cool. Want 2 guys at the same time?
Once in her life.
Yeah, she just wants it once.
At least
Well,
once.
Cristiano, what were you saying?
That sounds like a lot of work.
No.
they do.
They do all the work, honey.
It's gonna be like one at a time.
They're
boys.
doing the work.
It's not that
Cristiano, what they're saying is they're doing all the work, and
You
you're
gotta want
you're
it.
just a Chinese
You're
finger
just
puppet.
enjoying the fun.
You just enjoy the ride, sis.
full fucking send, bro.
And then, is that what a passport bro is? Because they're
No. We'll go.
Oh shit.
Hold on.
That's Eskimo Brothers.
when they Eiffel
Eskimo
Tower,
Brothers.
yeah.
Yes, totally.
No, that's the Eiffel Tower. It's not a passport, bro.
Passport.
Okay, 2 things. Number one. I'm going to ask you a couple questions.
Or a
Number one,
London
in the
Bridge.
chat, if you think a devil's threesome is gay, if you think it's sus or gay, put a 1 in the chat if you think it is. Put a 2 in the chat if you think it isn't. Okay. Hey, Kensley, if you want to point it straight up, could you point the fan like straight up? Point the fan straight up. Yeah.
We're freezing to death.
That
over
was
here.
amazing. He's like, put one
And
for
you guys
gay,
are talking
put
shit
two
about
for
the
straight.
sweater.
Wait, what's a passport, brother?
Okay, that's the second thing. So what's a passport bro? I'll go ahead and let Rolo explain
Okay,
a
so
passport bro.
passport bros are guys who leave the country because of women like you. I'm throwing it out
What
for
do
the
you think they'll
boys.
find
Okay.
elsewhere?
No, they simply think that they're going to find a better, more traditional, more feminine, more like less ratchet girl.
I'm not here to get married. I'm here to
By the way,
get
Carly.
in Southeast Asia, let's see, an Eastern Bloc, Eastern European country,
South America.
South
Carly,
America,
Carly,
South
let me ask you a
America.
question.
Yeah.
I understand
like
your choices are yours, okay?
Yeah, of
but my
course.
point is, can you possibly think of, like, say, there's maybe the thousands of men who end up watching the show tonight, and they see it, and they're a little bit discouraged in the idea of trying to find a good wife that is going to be loyal to them and then be the mother of their children after hearing what you're saying.
Sure,
Can you
absolutely.
see how it might be a little discouraging for them?
100%.
Okay, now, if it's discouraging, and maybe they find you're their type. Physically, you're their type, but then you talk and then you say these things that are discouraging. Now, these same men are like, well, I need to find someone who maybe doesn't have the same options that Carly does, so I'm going to go to Bucharest. I'm going to go to Latvia. I'm going to go to Venezuela.
Liechtenstein.
No, not Liechtenstein. The standard of living in Liechtenstein is too high.
Here's the thing with me.
Okay.
In my current time and my current energy and my current presence, I want nothing to do with a serious relationship. So that being said, that's why I am so fucking crazy, so raunchy, so sexual, so.
I think for Vegas, you're like a 7 on the crazy scale. I think you're that
How
Vegas.
old are you, by the way?
Like, you're not doing hardcore
But
porn. You're not that crazy.
That's what I'm doing right now, and that's okay with me. And so I'm not looking for anybody that would be like physically, sure, you could be attracted to me, but like mentally and relationshiply, that's not what I'm looking for. So I'm sure there are girls that are looking for that. That doesn't mean that you have to find them out of the country. There's plenty of good girls
I'll say
here.
on the flip side, I'm right next to you, and I'm in a relationship that we're monogamous 100%. Neither one of us have cheated. We're coming up on our 3-year anniversary, and I feel like we're very similar in the way that we look, we talk. We're actually friends in real life as well. And so it's like there can be stark opposites. It's just finding the person that's right for you.
Yeah, and it's just phases of life. Like, I'm sure, like, in fucking 7 years, I'll be calm and married with children.
No, you'll have an epiphany, and it won't be in 7 years. It'll be quicker than that.
How old are you? How old are you now?
She's 28.
I am
28? Yeah, you got one more
Just
year.
turned 28. I actually calmed down on partying this last year. Like, the past 3 weeks, like, I had an epiphany, and I was like, yo, I can't be doing all that.
Your liver was like, yo.
Hold on. Kensley, I want you to consider something.
You'll be in church
so
by
so
30.
just hearing what she's saying, and then you're like, where are all the good men? Do you understand how the good men might be afraid?
Oh yeah, they're terrified of. Sorry, but girls like you. No
Okay,
offense.
No. Carly, but the thing is, because you own it, I don't have a problem with it. But the problem is, you have to see the rest of the guys that are out there that want something different.
And I do.
But
And that's what they
you're
want.
fully admitting to the fact that you are not looking for a monogamous or serious relationship.
Absolutely
That's
not.
fine. But there are guys that are out there that want that, right? They want to pass on
And
their
there's
genetics.
plenty of amazing women
For
that
sure.
they can choose from.
Are there though? Kensley, go ahead. What you were saying?
Yeah, I was just gonna say there's
Talking
lots
to the
of
mic,
different. There's lots of different types of women out there. There's lots of different types of men, and yeah, there is different stages of your life. And you might say you think it'll take you 7 years, and Michael could be right. It might take you only one. But
It's all
you never
random.
know.
Yeah.
You never know. Like that's the thing.
Life takes you crazy places.
We have free will, and something I've learned with the universe, our free will is so you can change your mind at any moment. There's no predetermined anything. Like everything is so malleable in the universe. Like I make decisions all the time, and then
What are you doing? What are you doing? How are you doing this to her? She's not talking about porn right now.
That's my
Close
tune.
enough.
yeah. So yeah, you can change your mind at any moment.
Absolutely.
Rita,
Agree.
you live life to the fullest. You're all gas, no brakes, Rita. Now, the thing is, while you do it and you own it, do you understand how some men may see this and be like, fuck, like maybe roommates that you know might be like, fuck, what am I going to do if I want to settle down? Do you understand?
Well, they're going to have to figure it out. It's not my problem.
Right, it's not your problem.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
kind of how I feel too. It's not their
Like,
problem.
why do I give a
If
fuck?
y'all are doing
Interesting.
your own thing.
Cry about it. Figure it out.
Yes.
Like, it's not my job.
Dee, what do you think?
What? Sorry, what?
Dee, if you could grab the mic and bring it up here. There you go.
She's like, listen.
Dee, are you in a relationship now, right?
Yes.
Okay, so and you said you never cheated before?
No.
Okay. Do you have an intent of it going further?
Yes.
Right? Okay, cool. Do you see how like it could be difficult for both? Kensley's having a hard time finding a dude, right?
It is.
Right?
It really is. I think for me personally, especially when you get close to or past the 1 year mark, I think a lot of people end up you have to be with someone long enough to experience certain stages of life.
Yeah.
You lose a job. You, you have a relative pass away. You got, for people out there who don't like to pay their rent, you get evicted. Whatever it is, some people are fit to be there for you, and also some people are compatible with sharing in that moment. And then there's a lot of people who, when shit hits the fan, that's it. They're out.
Yeah. So that's such a great point. With friendship, with business relationships, and with girls that you're dating, guys, if you didn't know this, your relationship is not based on the good times. It is based on the bad times. Who is still there when the bad times happen? And you're going to come to a realization. Like, I know that my friends that I go party with at XS and Omnia and Zook are my friends because we're partying and we're having a good time. But when things are bad, if I got a disease or if I got sick, if I got pancreatic cancer and I look sick and my hair's falling out and they don't want to fucking hang out with me anymore, those aren't my real friends. The real friends and the girl who's going to really be down for you, that happens when things are bad. It's not when things are good. Do your business partners stay with you when you're not not making as much money this month. That's when you figure out when things are bad, not when things are good. That's when you kind of come to these realizations. People go attack Rolo. I don't go running away. Oh no, I got to run away from Rolo because he said vasectomy on fucking Twitter. No, I don't. You don't do that, right? It's when things are bad. That's when you kind of find out what these relationships are going. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I call them sweatshirt friends. I'm like, those are the friends that you can just be in a sweatshirt. You can have no makeup on, sitting at your house, just stuffing your face with a pizza and do like literally nothing, and you enjoy their company.
You can smell their farts, is what you're saying. Yes,
exactly. You can smell them. You can feel them. You can have like real conversation with them. You know what I mean?
Eat the farts.
But it's like you do have like those different tier levels, I think, of friends where you have like your going out friends, your party friends, and that's cool and fine and whatever. But I call my sweatshirt friends. Like those are the ones that are going to have your back. Like if, shit just like goes awry. And those are the ones that, if like right now, this could be considered like an awkward conversation because we're so different in our relationship styles. And it's like you can have those raw conversations and bounce back and forth and still be friends, even though maybe not everything aligns with each other.
It's not awkward to me. I want Carly on here every week.
I know,
this is the greatest goddamn content I've ever seen in my life. I want Carly and Rita to have their own show called Men Are Trash, hosted by Olivia Sully. That's what I want. I want the three of you to just attack me for an hour on a fucking podcast.
Would be so good.
It would destroy. We would do the ratings would be unbelievable.
I want to know why Kinsley can't find a guy.
Okay, this is why.
Why can't you find a guy?
I'm not trying right now.
You're always trying.
I just went through something that was much deeper than a sweatshirt friend because he actually was dying. The guy that I fell in love with and became very good friends with for like 4 years. I mean, all of my relationships have been deep. Like me and my actual ex, I mean, we've been through like the craziest shit. Like it's more than just sweatshirts and no makeup. It's like poverty, illness,
the real
just
shit.
like he's just like Michael was talking about. So then I got out of that relationship. I was with my ex from the time I was 19. He was 34. But
I'm sorry, repeat that one more time for the home audience.
I needed a mature male in my life because my father was terrible. So when I graduated high school, I was working in the spa at like a very nice athletic club, and he was like the regional supervisor. He came in, we became really good friends. He was like, you should do sales. You're such a great saleswoman. And so I did. We became really good friends, and then we started dating, and we were together for like 5 years. We had a child together. We had like 1 break, 2 breaks, whatever. But I mean, it was like there's different types of love. So that was like a fatherly love that I needed. Like someone that would like he was in the military, so if something ever happened to me, he's gonna fucking kill you. Yeah, like I needed that. Like if I ever got kidnapped, he's gonna fucking hunt you down, find me.
Yes.
Like what is that movie?
A special set of skills guy.
Yes, I have a unique set of skills. Take it. Liam Neeson, yes.
Yeah, Liam Neeson. I'm like, that was my ex, yeah. So then I got out of that when I was a couple years ago, because I had never experienced any more relationships besides that. And I was like, well, I love him like that, but not my soulmate, not my husband. Then I meet this other guy a couple months after I became single for the first time in my life. And I was like, I'm going to go just focus on me, pursue my career. Like I'm going to be a singer. I'm not going to die with this voice, like in this gift, this God-given gift. Like that was always my dream. It just didn't happen because of whatever reasons. So then I meet this other guy, and he invested in my career, different types of ways. But then he got sick, and he would just like disappear for long periods of time. It was long distance. I mean, like wouldn't respond for a while. He told me like, yeah, he'd go into like doing drugs, like self-medicating his pain. So it was really bad. Yeah. And like, even though I was very far away, like thousands of miles away, like prayer, I mean, he almost died. And he had the same exact thing that my brother almost died from when my brother was 17. It was ulcerative colitis. So it was serious. Like my brother looked like a Holocaust victim at 17. So that's when I learned about prayer in the universe. Like that's when I started to. And then when I met this man that was getting the same thing, I think it was because my subconscious was so afraid of it. I've learned about the subconscious mind as well and how it reflects into the 3D. So like there's deeper love. I mean, I I was taking that knowledge of like prayer and the same experience I had with my brother, and I honestly really do believe that I healed him through prayers. And like, I'm not gonna like allow this to happen. Like, it's just not. If you don't allow something to happen in your mind, it won't manifest.
Well, I would say
believe in that.
that if you're, a 12-year-old Jewish kid in 1939 in Poland and Nazis show up, I don't think they could pray away the fact that they got thrown into a concentration camp.
There's different.
I think if you're a Hutu that lived or a Tutsi that lived in Rwanda in 1992 and they cut your legs and your arms off, I don't think that they could pray that away. Nobody prayed that away into their life. You live in Sierra Leone and you get your arm blown off from hunting for dynamite. I think you got to take some. I think you got to take some action too, right?
Yeah, of course.
I think you got to take an action, and that's like the most important thing is you have to take some action. You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't believe in
12 laws of the universe.
Yeah, I mean, 12 rules. Hold on. There's 12 rules of the universe. Unless you're one of the
If
one.
you believed you could escape, you could probably escape.
Well, here's the thing. Escape to where? Because I think. Hold on. I think if you're one of the 100 million people.
I'm believing that there's a big T-bone steak in the freezer.
Maybe they hear this and they're gonna get it postmated.
I'm just like if you're
somebody one out here. One of the guys in the green room will go.
My question is, if you're one of the 115,000 Inuit Indians that died on Hispaniola when Christopher Columbus showed up, did they not pray hard enough? Or the 100 million people that died from the wheat famines under Mao Zedong in the 1900s, is that because they didn't pray enough?
They didn't manifest enough.
They didn't manifest enough wheat? Is that what happened? I just don't know.
They didn't have enough wheat.
See, here's my problem with all this, because I'm totally on board with everything you say, and it's like the metaphysical stuff and the energies and the chakras and all the secret and manifest it and it'll come to you kind of thing. I mean, I get it. I hate not having that sort of that you have a reason that worked for you. Like you're saying,
some things work and
that's
some things don't. You
that's
can't
your thing.
outpray those things.
Right. But by the way, you got into this whole thing because you had a brother-in-law who committed suicide.
Yes.
I mean, there's a motivation similar to what
I'm saying is I find that the harder I work, the luckier I tend to get.
Yes,
right? So I mean, there's those things. So,
but you're also believing in yourself and putting in more hard work. And
right. Well, it's so the other thing
that's
is
not energy.
Carly,
the other thing is
if you show up to work and you get 110%, if you show up to work, you're still going to make your paycheck. If you show up to work, you're still going to make your paycheck. If you show up to work and get 110%, you're going to make more money.
I don't know, Carly. I just seem to get more attention when I could bench press 350 pounds and started making seven figures. All of a sudden, women started paying attention to me, and it really had nothing to do with fucking prayer. It had nothing to do with fucking prayer.
Weird flex, but did you wake up every day and get excited to work out and get excited to be
for sure? I just
and you thought about the better body and the better life that you could have.
While I understand what you're saying as far as positive motivation and realization, I don't think women gave a fuck about my energy because they didn't give a fuck about it when I was 22. They didn't give a fuck about my energy.
Manifestation is not about other people. Manifestation is about you bettering you.
No, I agree. What I'm saying is there was no energy. No one gave a shit. But when I took action to improve myself, the world changed for me.
Exactly.
But I took action.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fucking energy, Michael.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, Jeff.
Can I say something going off of what Michael said? So Michael said something about women not paying attention to him, giving her shit. Giving her shit until he's in his 40s, right? Okay, so you guys don't pay attention. Like when you guys are in your 20s, you didn't go after guys in their 20s because they didn't really have shit. They're living off their mom and dad's money.
But they had good energy though, Tiff. They had good energy.
I was still fucking them, so I was giving them some energy.
But
still fucking them though.
None of us gave a shit. Excuse me. None of us gave a shit about guys that are in their 20s because they don't have status. Michael's in his 40s. Michael has his money. He has his status. And guess what, Michael? Did women start paying attention to you once you had everything and your money?
When I got out of the military and I started working finance, I just noted, but it wasn't even about money. It was just
more about your confidence.
No, for sure. But the confidence came from me taking action, from me consistently seeing a pattern of success in my life, and then also when I would speak to people, I wouldn't be asking them permission to listen to what I was saying. I understood that whatever I said was deserved to be heard, and people recognized that. But that was an action. But that was an action, though. That wasn't manifestation. That was an action.
It was an action, but in an extent, you decided decided that you wanted to be better. You decided to wake up and work hard every day.
Okay,
and you decided to be
I understand
better for
that.
yourself.
Well, I understand that.
So that's energy that you're giving to your body.
When I chisel out my reality, the rest of the world, women do not care about my struggle. They wait at the finish line and they fuck the winners. That's essentially what happens. And the problem is, while that doesn't feel right, if I look around the world, that's all I see. I don't see anything other than that. In fact, there's almost no exception to that rule. That's essentially what happens. I have found that women are like, they find a guy that they're madly attracted to, and they don't look at the work he put into himself. They just see the fact that they're attracted to him.
They don't appreciate
Well, they don't
it
see
either.
the work that the female put in to get where she's at either.
I think
so.
if you find somebody of value, we all put in good work.
Go
for
ahead,
ourselves.
Kenzie.
So what you were explaining, Michael, actually does fall into manifestation, because like who you believe that you are, because you were like, I'm going to not ask permission for people to listen to me. You were creating yourself, and that is manifestation.
It's doing
you were
the
like
work.
telling the world who you are. You're
Right,
like,
but I think
this is
you're
the
saying that
fucking
after the
thing.
fact and then calling it manifestation.
No,
so here's
it all goes together.
Like,
Let me
again,
give you
I
my
do not
take
think
on
the
this,
people of Hiroshima and Nagasaki manifested that nuke that got dropped. I don't think they did.
Get it together, bro. It's totally different.
It's like, man, can we get a nuke today, please? Emperor Hirohito will not fucking surrender. Nuke us, please.
There's
God forbid.
Let me see if I can bring this full circle here for you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so
Sexy
like
Jesus.
a lot of
Jesus.
whenever I listen to women say, "Oh, I believe in ghosts and chakras and whatever, and energies and Brazilian power crystals and all that stuff," I kind of have to like take it with a grain of salt. Because what it is a superstition, and there is actually a power in superstition. A belief. The belief is powerful. The actual superstition is bullshit. Okay,
placebo
but
effect.
but yeah, it is. There's this need to believe. So
Just like believing
you know
in
what?
God,
I'm gonna give a shout out to a guy that I never really give a shout out to. Coach Greg Adams here. Coach Greg Adams has this saying. It says, "Hope is not a strategy." Okay, and that's really what he's saying. Is hope is not a strategy. But I will say this: is that hope is necessary. Imagination is necessary.
But
a belief that you can be better than you are today.
Visualization is necessary
because it's just like having like a lucky rabbit's foot or some sort of fetish or something like that, where you're believing in this thing, but it's actually the power of the belief. It's not the actual thing.
No,
It's
you're
the-
right.
I
it's like
manifested these breast implants. I manifested it.
I
I manifested this BBL. I did it.
You actually can't manifest this.
But the imagination and the hope
bad
is
do you want
necessary,
it?
because without it, like you don't if you would never go and try to build a bridge across the river. You would never try to go and do anything more than what you're doing right now. So
Unless you wanted to.
So hope.
I mean, unless you want to be stagnant and just sit in one place.
So you mean
like
it
you're
takes
happy with
energy
that.
to do something?
Manifest
No,
and do
it's
that.
inside of you, but it doesn't broadcast.
Okay,
Here's what's
but
happening.
energy,
Here's what's
Michael,
happening.
like,
Here's what's happening.
Word.
We're both describing like a successful campaign, but you guys are giving your name to it, and I'm giving my name to it.
Exactly.
That's all that's
Yeah,
happening.
but
The thing is, my name shows up in the dictionary, and yours is like manifestation. Like, no, manifestation legitimately means I think of things, and then quantum fucking particles come together, and the Lamborghini just appears in front of me.
Really,
That's literally what it means.
But it really does sometimes.
But if you read in the dictionary, that is what it means.
You gotta manifest, but do the work.
Yes.
No, but
Then,
sometimes
hold
I'll
on. But
literally-
when you manifest and do the work, you know what that's called? It's called not manifesting.
It's not manifesting.
That's what it's
doing
called.
shit.
But there's a conception that you have to believe that there can be something better, and then you take action to go do it. You see what
Okay,
I'm
but
saying?
sometimes, like,
it's
literally,
called
I will
having
be
a
like,
goal.
I will receive a so-and-so tip tonight. And then guess what happens? I receive
For
that.
sure. And those people, and those 61 million people
And I
that died
even-
from the
and I
Spanish
didn't
flu in
even have-
1919, they manifested that. They're like, man, I want to die from that.
Here we go again.
60% of
What?
hey guys, I want you to consider this. 60% of the human population died of the bubonic plague in the 15th century.
We are privileged in the opportunity that we have nowadays.
10% of the human population was killed by Genghis Khan at one point.
We can die right
They
now.
manifested that.
Privilege, though. Wait, I have a
I don't
question.
manifest death, but I'm still gonna die.
What privilege, though?
I mean,
I'm just curious.
The privilege of how simple we live nowadays. We get to literally just wake up, go to work if we want to.
We don't even have to go to
If we want to, I have to go to work.
It's
Not
called a
everybody
luxury
does go to
belief.
work, but like
You have the luxury to do that or not do
you
that. if you
exactly.
like
We're
to.
privileged in today's age.
Yes,
where
women
we
are
can,
for sure.
in life. Like we can literally, like everything is just so easy.
No, I agree with you. We're far
Just
away
let
from
out
a
your
survival
hand.
scenario, which allows us to have these conversations,
Exactly. We're
and
very,
it allows 4% of millennials to believe the Earth is flat because they don't have there's no one strenuously explaining to them that the world is the way that it is. What do you
And there
think?
goes the chat.
What do you think, Dee? I want to hear from Dee and Christiana.
Personally,
Yeah.
I think it can go both ways.
Okay.
There's part of it that's manifesting.
Can you stop tapping? I'm sorry, I have a back injury.
Girl, we're all super tight, so
That's all good. Just making sure you're aware.
Growing up, as simple as playing soccer, my father coached for so many years, and his thing was always like, visualization is so important in life. Whether it's as, you're on the soccer field, the basketball field, you're studying, you're passing your first, your driver's test, whatever you're doing, first visualize it. First visualize where you want to be, what you're doing, going through the motions. If you're, shooting a basket, visualize everything where the ball leaves your fingertips.
Visualization. The first time I heard visualization was the playmaker, Michael Irvin, would talk about he knew where to be and the ball was just going to be there when Troy Aikman would throw him the ball. For sure.
Be the ball.
Be the ball.
Yes.
What do you think, Christiana?
Okay. You're probably not going to like this, but I think you guys are both saying the same things. You're just not agreeing with each other. Because basically what it all is it's called having a goal and then taking the steps to achieve the goal. The goal is, I guess, a visualization. And then you're saying but you got to take action. And they're like, yeah, work towards the goal. So I think that you guys are both saying the same thing, but you're just not agreeing with each other, which is okay. But that's what I think.
It's like
I know, Christiana. Hold on, Christiana. Are you seeing someone now?
Am I seeing somebody? I'm seeing a lot of people right now.
You're seeing a lot of people. Right now. We're not getting. So I was going to ask you: are you having trouble? With Kensley? Do you have trouble finding a dude now?
Well, no, because there's so many people out here in this world, and I believe that there is somebody for everybody, and even if there's for example, if there's introverts and extroverts, and there's going to be people who are this way or that way. So I think there is a puzzle to the piece, but I do think that relationships are designed to make us better people, to make us to make up for what we're personally lacking. Whether whoever that's.
Do you
with.
want a traditional monogamous relationship, or are you open to other things?
I would like my partner to not cheat on me.
Okay.
But I mean, I know that because I heard something the other day that men will just cheat but women will cheat only if they're dissatisfied in their relationship.
So the actual thing is about 80% of the time where they're dissatisfied. It's not 100% of the time.
Oh, not 100%. But let's just say out of people that cheat, men will kind of just cheat all right, it's there.
Because they're horny,
it's
yeah.
Tuesday.
Right.
So hold on.
That's the statistic I heard, and that stuck with me.
Yeah.
But women will cheat, not just because it's there, because I think women just have more options to say yes to advances.
Yes, if women want sex, it manifests. For real, it manifests. There's no such thing. Again, ladies, if women,
that's the real
ladies,
secret.
Let me ask you something. You've gone through your whole life, and every hot guy you wanted to have sex with, you were able to have sex with. Anybody here say no to that?
It's the law of attraction.
No. A guy denied you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody?
I've been rejected before. I got no shame to say it.
Okay. Any of the rest of you ladies, you've been rejected by a guy you wanted to have sex with that you were really attracted to. Do you two have?
I think everyone's been rejected at this table, but they just don't want to come forward.
No, I know some women who haven't.
I got rejected because they had a girlfriend or something. It was,
Yeah.
it was situational.
That's not even like a rejection.
Well, the point is you guys are looking for an exception. When women want sex, either in a relationship or outside of a relationship, sex just manifests. For men, a lot of times people say, well, do men cheat more? Do women cheat more? A lot of men want to cheat, but couldn't cheat if they wanted to because they work at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have the ability to. But if women want sex manifests for them. For men, they actually have to go out and accomplish something.
A man's being nice to you, all he's doing is offering dick.
So if you want to go get laid, you could go to Walmart. Be like, hey, we'll go to Walmart. Where's the condoms?
So maybe it's
Maybe
the guy thing.
literally,
A guy thing. You don't believe in manifestation because you've been rejected so much. Even though you're like, oh, I want some pussy
you, Michael?
tonight.
Who hurt you?
And then you just didn't get pussy.
Are you talking about me?
Like, I'm just saying in general, men. I'm just looking at you. Sorry.
Oh, you're just like, no, it's fine. Rita, you can come at me all you want, Rita.
I mean, I'm sure you've gotten rejected before.
Oh, God, all the time. The majority of the time I've been rejected.
Not
Rita,
really.
Okay, so
Rita, let me ask you: do you want a traditional relationship at some point, or what do you think?
At the moment, no. I don't think it's gonna work out for me in that way. So no.
Again, there's a lot of honesty in this room. I like this.
Yeah, it is.
No, and I'm not really looking for a traditional relationship. I don't know. I've been in traditional relationships, long-term relationships, and I think that ship has sailed, at least for now.
Rach.
What's up?
Do you want a traditional relationship?
Like right now?
At some point.
Some point in time. I don't know. I'm just kind of curious. Like I'm open to seeing like whatever kind of flows and goes. I'm open personally.
Okay,
so.
let me stop it. Raise your hand if you would be open to a non-traditional relationship, so a polygynous or polyamorous relationship. You guys would?
So much work, you guys.
I'm on the wrong side of the table.
You have that much time in your day to date.
That's
no, it's
nasty.
not
Dating.
Not right now.
And go to work and have a life. Like you have
Eventually,
you
though.
love and you love all of them at the same time.
Oh, so they all come in the room and you're like they're
No,
all sitting
it's
there
not-
together. And
You're
like,
not having an orgy.
Oh, what?
You could. I
mean, why
have the night off.
Okay. Oh, so polyamory is like one day you're with this guy.
No,
the
it
other
doesn't
guy-
matter. It's you love everybody.
Okay.
And you have them all in your life. And when you see them, you
All
see them.
right, all right, all right.
Christiana, the level of investment is up to you, but polyamory strictly means that the man and the woman can see other people either as a relationship or just sexual partners. Polygyny means the
Emotionally.
Polygyny means the man and the woman see women together.
Yeah.
There's no polyandry means the man and the woman see men together.
Like an Eiffel Tower.
Yes, Eiffel Tower would be
Okay.
polyandry. Yes,
Gotcha.
polyandry, correct.
I'm learning so much today.
Like you don't have to be committed to necessarily like anyone. You can just love them all, differently, separately, when you have time.
I like that when you have time.
When you have time.
When they're convenient.
I guess that prevents anybody from getting too emotionally attached to any one
And you
person
can still
because
love
your
such
feelings
a-
are
I
being
really wish it
filtered
worked
and
that
you
way.
can
Hold on.
water-
Such a great point. So let's go over. You said something before about why men cheat or why men have sex and why women have sex. So let's actually talk. What is the science behind this? When we have sex is fun. There's a reward center. You have dopamine when you have sex, right? But there's a difference between when men have sex and when women have sex. When men have sex, we don't have as much oxytocin when we have
Unless
sex.
you're in love.
No, even when we're in love, the level of oxytocin that we have still does not relate to what a woman would have. Women have more, just like we have more testosterone. We have 17 times as much testosterone as you guys do. You guys have, when you have sexual intercourse, you have more oxytocin. But here's what happens. The number of sexual partners you have fewer, that oxytocin burst you get the first time becomes less and less over time, and your ability to pair bond becomes less and less over time. So while we both have dopamine hits, you guys have this massive oxytocin hit that happens maybe after childbirth. This is why when mothers see their children, even when they want to put them up for adoption, they'll look at the baby and be like, no, I'm keeping this baby. That's oxytocin.
Oxytocin is also a post-orgasm hormone.
Hold on, post-orgasm. But what I'm saying is, as women have more sexual partners, it's less oxytocin. Their ability to pair
there's
bond
other
becomes
ways
less
to
and less.
generate it, but usually that kind of like relief.
There's 25% women though that still have the ability to pair bond. There is that 1/4 out of 100 percentile.
Well, I think every woman has the ability to pair bond in the beginning, but I think after enough frat parties, then they kind of lose the ability
But
to do
that
so.
was actually the 1/4 of the percentage though, the 25% that still can.
They're at different periods in their life. So the reason why we say
It's
this
not
is
a genetic
there's
flaw,
two things. Dr. Buss, in his book Evolution of Desire, says the number one correlation between a woman filing for divorce or cheating in a relationship is how many sexual partners she had before she got married. Same thing with men. And there's another study that shows as women, if they have more than 20 sexual partners in their life, they have about a 17% chance of having a marriage work. So there is a correlation between those two things, and that also goes along with the science. Like I said before, women have less of a dopamine hit the more partners that they have before they get married. That's why I was bringing that whole thing up. Is it not flattering? Yes. Is it a double standard, a biological double standard? Yes, because men can have a lot of sexual partners before they get married, and it doesn't necessarily affect their ability to be faithful in a marriage. What does affect their ability to be faithful in marriage is options. So like their options in a marriage to be with other women tends to have more with that, whereas women, it has to do with previous sexual partners. And do you have anything?
No, I was
Wait,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
So wait, you're saying that technically, so a girl's gonna have to save her big dopamine hit for the one guy that's most definitely gonna cheat on her.
You never have to
oxytocin.
save nothing.
Oh, what was it? Dopamine?
Oxytocin.
What drugs are we talking about? Okay, oxytocin. So she's saving all of her oxytocin hit for this one guy that's like probably gonna cheat on her if he
Sure,
has the
if she's
option.
a virgin.
Maybe. Hold on. So
Right.
it's so
So
funny
she's like,
because
I was saving
that
it
was
all for
the
you
next
and
thing.
you cheated
So
on
the
me.
IFS. Hold on. The IFS study shows this.
Yeah,
Fucking
like-
waste.
People who are most likely to stay happy in a marriage are the people who have sex with each other for the first time. They're each other's first, and those people.
Okay, no,
Those people they report the highest level of marriage
Have
satisfaction.
you ever seen two virgins who say their first kiss for marriage?
Yeah.
It is terrifying. It looks like
You've
two
seen it?
birds eating each other's
I don't
face.
like it.
It's so gross. They're like Like, and it's so awkward, and like, and you're like in front of all of your friends and family and everybody you've ever known. They're doing that.
Yeah.
Like, that is torture, and that's a cruel joke.
I think it's cute.
It's torture.
You think that's cute?
I think it's cute. I think it's
I'm
adorable.
gonna show you this
Kiss
video.
is your marriage?
Yes, I've seen this before, and it's the most awkward, horrifying thing you can
Why
witness.
can't they be happy though? Let them be happy.
No, they
Are they happy? Like, why not let
Do I
them
want to
kiss?
come
Like,
to
let
that
them
wedding?
kiss each other before they
Nothing.
like.
I'm not invited to the wedding. So
I'll just invite myself.
Thank God.
Fuck that wedding. That's fucking lame.
I'm just asking if anybody's ever seen that.
My
Where's
fucking
Matt Walsh
pussy's
when we
gonna
need him?
dry up.
Yes, I have seen that.
fuck.
It's really creepy.
I think it's so cringy when people like have no sexual experience. Like, I don't want to touch them. Like, I'm
No.
sorry,
Like,
because I'm not gonna be the
Oh,
first.
Yeah, it's
what?
gonna be like-
I'm not gonna be the fucking first.
What a great segue.
Then they're gonna fall in love and be all fucking.
Here we go. What a great segue. What number is too high? You are going to be in a committed monogamous relationship with a guy, and he has had sex with X, and that number is too high. What number is too high for you?
much.
What number is too much? Is it 200, 500, 1,000? What's too much? Rach?
I don't really know.
You don't, but
I-
is it something you even care about? You don't. It doesn't matter.
I mean, I never asked a dude. I mean, I was like, "Hey, like, what's your body count?" Like, I don't. Care.
Bree, is there a number that's too high?
No,
There's no number that. Can you get close to the microphone?
it's none of my business.
Okay, Tiff, is there a number that's too high?
As long as I don't get an STD or
No.
STI,
By the way,
I
the
don't
guys
care.
have no STDs. No STDs in this
I don't
hypothetical.
care.
It doesn't matter.
Is there a number that's too high?
Real, the more the better because experience.
More the better because of experience. What do you think?
So what's funny is I'm in a relationship now,
Yeah.
right? And we, for whatever reason, I was drunk and I was being really stupid and asked him that question.
Yeah.
And the amount of time that it took him to even think or fathom a number, I was like, you know what? Just stop there. I was like, I don't want to know the number. I actually I was like, I can count mine on both hands.
And that's the correct answer for a guy.
Barbie, a hypothetical woman like you and a hypothetical relationship like the one you have with Kellen is a hypothetically what number?
Kind of a hoe before me. I didn't know that.
What number would be?
Yeah.
Kellen ran with us. Of course he's a hoe.
right,
What are you
I
talking
know,
about?
I know.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, baby. Sorry.
I call her hoe all the time. I'm like, I just kept saying numbers bigger and bigger. When I got to 15, I was like, okay, that was like my cap, and you just kept saying no.
Hey,
So I was
shout out to Ranch Island. Anyway.
That is, by the way, I gotta game recognizes game. That is the perfect answer to that question. You're like, baby, well, how many partners have you ever had? You'd be like, let me think. I've never really thought about it.
never mind.
But is there an upper limit where you'd be like, this is too much?
I mean, like I said, when I got to 15 or 20, I was like 15, 20. He was like, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna pretend
15
like
or 20?
Yeah, to me, I was like, that's my cap.
That's the cap? Is 15 or 20?
Well, because mine's so much lower than that.
Let's stop here. We're in Las Vegas. What's the number?
I don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
Literally, I don't want to know.
Okay, got it. Rita.
It does not matter.
Does not matter at all. Christiana.
I don't think it matters.
Doesn't matter. What do you think?
It's not my business.
It's none of my business.
Because
Usually we got one or two. Usually we got one or two girls that said like 200 is too high or whatever. But you guys, all of you said that. Okay.
It's not like
You think 200 is too high?
I don't care.
You don't care.
I said 20.
All right, I got it.
Yeah, you said 20.
Should we ask a follow-up question now?
Go ahead.
What number is too low?
What number's too low? Is there a number that's too low, Rach? You're the first. You're the first. You're gonna be my first. I've been
First or the
waiting.
second or
I've been
third?
waiting
I
so
had
long.
one
I'm actually
girlfriend
thinking
before
about
you.
this. I'm like,
Is the first too much?
I don't know.
One or two?
Like
Is that
2 or 3? Like I feel
That's
like that's
nasty.
like
That's too low?
It's too low because I'm just like I feel like he needs more experience.
Got it. Bree,
I 100% agree with
two
Rachel.
or three?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, Tiff?
I feel like I got to use all my fingers and toes and say like 21.
21 is too low. What number is
My
too?
extra finger.
What number is too low, Carly?
I really feel like I like to teach people things, so I'm like, yeah.
You're okay with one?
Yeah, but you're not fine with one. You'd be fine with one. The guy's like been with one.
I would love to teach him something.
Okay, nice. What do you think?
I'm not babysitting, so I would say at least 5.
At least 5. What do you think?
I don't know. I feel like I like guys with more experience, so 10, 20.
10, 20?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say 500. All right, what do you-
Damn.
Rita.
As long as they're not a virgin, because I can like teach.
As long as they're not a virgin. Okay, Christiana.
I've taken somebody's virginity before, and it was pretty good. I
Yes?
mean, I taught them a lot of what to do. So
Virginity will work for you.
Yeah, it'll
It
work.
could work for you. Okay.
But
Dee?
is it like a fetish or something? Like a fetish appeal to?
No.
Yeah, I got it.
She had like a scroll of names.
2 or 3? 2 or 3. Yeah, I will tell you as a man, like there's too high for a woman for me, but there's also too low. Like I don't want to be, if I'm number 1, like I'm always going to worry that they're kind of like what else is out there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 1, it might be too low. I don't know. I was talking to some pretty prominent red pill guys about this recently, and they agree with me. It's like 1 might be too low, but not more than
there's a
40 might be too high.
You want them to have less partners because
Fewer.
apparently they'll stay more committed to you.
Yes.
Like when you want that.
Right,
so.
but there's like a middle ground. But I mean,
I don't want to be the benchmark.
The number doesn't
middle
really
ground.
matter. How good are they?
Yeah.
No. Okay, so here's
yeah.
what a great
That's
point.
what matters.
What a great point, ladies.
I'm going to bring out the Sterling Cooper quote.
Okay, so ladies, so here's the thing real quick. Do you think for us as men, what matters more to us? Your physical attractiveness or how good you are in bed? What do you think matters to us?
Physical attractiveness.
What's the ratio?
Who thinks it's how good you are in bed? Who thinks that?
I don't know. I kind of think it is because like guys could just turn off the lights.
I think you're gonna get
What?
You could be a 6 and you can fuck really good. And I'm gonna keep wanting to fuck you
and make you hotter.
And we probably won't call you back. Like I be honest with you.
attractiveness.
Physical attractiveness 99 to 1. We could just we as men got to go do crunches and get the 6-pack abs and be flexible and do all the different positions. You as women don't have to be. It's good if you're good in bed, but you don't have to be good in bed. You don't have to. As a woman, you don't have. If you're super attractive, you don't have to be good in bed. You don't have to be good at dating. If you're super attractive, you don't have to be good at style. You don't have to be good with your makeup. If you're really, really attractive, you don't have to be good at any of those things.
So
As a man, we have to
you
perform.
would date a girl that's like really terrible in bed. Just
There's no
because
such
she's
thing
hot?
as terrible as bed. Just do what I ask. What do you mean terrible in bed?
What if she doesn't listen?
Then when we're not probably having sex. Hey guys, we can hear everything you're saying.
So you've never
Barbie,
had terrible sex?
Barbie, Carly,
Oh,
we can hear you. Stop.
So you've never had like bad sex?
Yeah,
like,
the only-
with a
the only-
hot-ass woman.
No, I've
Like,
never-
All
I-
your sex has been great.
Yeah, I mean, if they do what I ask, yeah, for sure.
Ayo.
No, but some people don't know
That
how to
sounds
fuck.
like they suck.
Some people do not know how to fuck. Some people give teethy blowjobs.
No.
Sounds like the
Some people
worst.
fucking like
teethy blowjob.
You just tell them to stop doing that.
They can't bend right. Like,
Like,
if you say
gross.
fucking
Like-
doggy style, like they're like 4 legs.
Like, what, like, so you're gonna, okay, so basically, Michael, you're okay with like a blow-up doll, basically. Like, it's gonna do what you want.
I put a lot of men on
That
it.
sounds fucking terrible.
The blow-up doll isn't going to do what I want. The blow-up doll is just going to sit there. I don't want them to just sit there.
The blow-up doll doesn't pass the threshold of maximum
people
like
really get
attractiveness.
okay.
Yes.
Have
No,
you tried
agreed.
it out?
Just lay there.
Agreed. And you can show them, but like as a man, like I would rather not show up to Ibiza with my girlfriend and her know every single bouncer at every club there. I would rather her not. I would rather her first experience, some of her first experiences, be
What
with
if
me.
she knows them, but like she didn't fuck them? She's just friendly.
It's still kind of a red flag.
What if she gets you in for free?
No guy wants to take a girl anywhere where she knows everybody. Like it's like taking a girl to another country, and she's like, oh, my ex-boyfriend took me here before.
Well, you would never say
If any woman says, "Hey, I know this really great band. I know the guys in the band. We should go see this band." Don't go. Don't buy it. Just eject.
Red flag.
Just eject. Just
Run.
don't go. Trust me, I was the guy in the band. No, I was going to say. So the Sterling Cooper quote, which of course is that the highest form or the best way, highest form of social proof and pre-selection is a guy who knows how to fuck, who knows your body better than you know your body yourself. Because the guy that can do that has obviously been rewarded by other women so that he can get that good in bed.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, he becomes the guy that other women want to fuck. Mm-hmm. So at that, once you're there and you know a guy like you get with a guy who knows what he's doing, you would have to have been with other women prior. So I don't think women have a problem with that.
Not
I think
at
it's the
all.
other way around. Like guys end up saying, well, you know, how
Well, I
many?
think it's always a double standard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's lots and lots of double standards.
Yeah.
That's
There's
one.
a lot of double standards in life.
A lot of them. Yes. Nobody gets a monopoly on double standards.
All right, we did this last time, but I love this question, so we're going to ask this again. Is there anything? It doesn't have to be in this current relationship. We're going to start with Barbie. Something toxic that you, a guy,
Carly, what are you shaking under the table?
My
Everyone's asking about what you're shaking.
The hand heaters.
Heaters.
Are you that cold?
They're that cold. That's why we're in the hoodie.
I'm like, is
You
that
need
like
to take
cocaine
iron pills or something. It's not. It's like 85 degrees in here.
You got a baggie over
I
here?
know. It's like, I hope
You
it's
need to. Hey,
legal,
no,
whatever
I'm
it
not
is. I
kidding.
hope
Go
it's
get an
legal.
iron supplement. There's no reason you should get an iron supplement if you're that cold.
Can you get them?
Huh? Iron supplement?
Can you get
Go to
iron
CVS.
deficient
It's an iron supplement.
It hurts my house.
Huh?
It's called called soul cake.
You can talk to my girlfriend about getting it for you. How about that? How about that? I'm not getting you anything because I don't want to die. How about that?
Kylie, can you make Michael please buy me iron supplements?
Iron supplements? Yeah. Okay. Got it. All right.
Let's do some super chats.
Okay. Yeah. Super chats.
Got yours.
Hold on. Let me see if we have some on Access Vegas.
Yeah.
Let me read the Access Vegas ones here real quick. I have. Let me see here. First one is going to be from Holiday Tone. Shout out to Mr. Tomasi for Fresh and Fit for changing my life and mindset. Shout out Michael for helping me understand where that mindset can take me. And also Holiday Tone, Rolo was dissecting that blonde on the cheating, but only afterwards did she want to clarify 304 response. Holiday Tone, one more time, she deserves the streets, nothing but the streets. Bartender shaking my head. Why did it make you feel empowered as a woman? May you only have daughters. That's what he says at the end. May you only have daughters.
I would love to have daughters, and I would. I'm not going to actually say what I was going to say.
She's a I bet
You can respond.
I am for the streets, and I love the streets. And one day, when my husband makes me his wife, I won't be for the streets.
For sure. That's nasty. But you know what, Carly? There'll be a street named after you. I think at that point.
There already is.
They're going to go to Carly
the
Street.
construction, it says CE, that's me.
That's Carly Street.
Carly for the street.
Carly is right there next to the manhole covers and the fucking fire hydrant. She is on the street.
28-year-old Carly is my Walmart Hilary Duff.
I am not Walmart. I've never been Walmart. I'm Hobby Lobby, baby.
But Hillary actually had a couple of kids.
Carly, I love this spray.
I love Hobby Lobby.
Good for her.
I'm for the...
Let's see. Respect from India. Rolo, I love your work, Rolo. How do you reconcile seemingly conflicting concepts like war brides dynamic and the concept of alpha widows? I actually have a post for that. I will link you to that post. Thank you very much. To a degree, body count isn't a big deal, but another man's children is a big red flag. I had a stepdad and wouldn't recommend or follow that path. Best of luck to those who would.
Listen, there are guys out there that are fathers to stepchildren, and that, you know, all praise to you, man. That's a tough job, and I totally understand that. But the statistics show that is a dangerous situation for both people. I don't even want to get into that because it's super, super controversial stuff that gets into. But like, you know, we talk about if you read The Murder Next Door, again by Dr. David Buss, he talks about infanticide. And you know, one of the statistics that they don't talk about in there is when they say parents killing their children, they never say whether or not it's step parents. And so the statistics are wrong. He goes and he does a little bit more statistics into it, and it finds out that is what happens. It's very rare that people are genetically related to children that they kill. It's extremely rare.
Yeah, I mean, it is like 100 times more likely.
Yes.
It's like the baby, or it's the
stepdad.
the live-in boyfriend.
Yeah.
Rizzo says, can we agree that manifestation is a female idea? 80% of women are hit on by every man. The top 5% of men are hit on by women in today's dating apps.
We should Google that.
Lucky for that.
Let's see that statistic.
Okay,
Was
so
manifestation
who
made
said
up by
that?
a woman? Let's Google
I have
that.
it. I have it, actually.
Real quick. So, real quick.
I'm curious to know.
Just so what he's talking about before, the way it works is about the top 20% of men get 83% of the right swipes on dating apps, and the top 4.5% of men are the ones that women are actually reaching out and pursuing. So, the majority of women find the majority of men to be unattractive. It's about 80% of men they deem to be unattractive. When you look at it conversely, the top 63% of right swipes for women go to the top 43% of women. So for women, men see women as a normal distribution. 5s are 5s, 6s are 6s, 8s are 8s. For women, it's like a guy who's actually an objective 8 to a woman looks like a 4, because women only find the top most attractive men to be attractive.
I love that. This is a great one.
Everyone has their own preference.
Women cheat the same as us.
I don't know.
Women cheat the same as us, men. Even though they have way less testosterone. They have 1,000+ sex toys. Do they actually
Shit,
love,
I need more. Damn.
This is a good question. I'm just going to throw that. Okay, thank you very much. It's all of a $7 super chat, but it's great. Do you actually think that? Do you think that women love sex more than men?
Absolutely.
No.
I think it's about equal, or I don't know. Honestly,
what is
it depends. I know a lot of girls that just don't be trying to fuck. And
I do know.
I think men like sex more than women because men don't tie their emotions to sex like we do, so they're gonna be fucking more and other women versus us fucking other men.
Right.
Aside from
I would say there's about 35% of women that love.
Okay.
sex.
So
35%. There's actually a ratio there. That's good.
Thank you, Dr. Cosmides. Thank you. All right, there's some math behind this. Men have about 17 times as much testosterone as women. When they lose their testosterone as they get older, they get the man boobs, and you think of the fat guy drinking beer at the bar who's just got the huge gut, right?
Yeah,
this guy, what's happened with that guy is his estrol levels have increased. His testosterone is now being aromatized into estrogen, and he has more estrogen than a pregnant woman at this point. That man's libido goes down. Got it? You with me? Now, when women take anabolic steroids, meaning their testosterone levels go up, their sex drive goes up. The correct answer is men. If you guys knew what it was like think about the horniest you've ever been in your entire life. Multiply that by 17. That's a man on a Tuesday. That's what it's like for us every day. It is all dudes are just so. Again, I'll give you the example I like to give all the time. Is like I was teaching my clients yesterday. And I was like, if one of you guys to save your life had to fuck 17 women right now to save your life, you would do it, leave, and afterwards wouldn't think about it the next day.
I would.
If a woman if a woman had to fuck 17 dudes to save her life, it would be traumatic for the rest of her. It would be incredibly traumatic because our psychology is different.
So you guys think irrationally.
If it was involuntary, yes, it would be traumatizing. But like 17, like whatever.
17, 38.
But like, just show me can I pick the 17?
Yeah, like as long as it's not like a bunch of ugly motherfuckers.
Like, can I have a lineup?
Is everyone here?
Like a police lineup. You have to choose.
Like line
choose
them
your
up,
criminal.
Out of 100 people. Okay, like I need
Top
options.
17.
Top 17 are gonna make the cut.
I'm good.
You have any more?
I was going to say, would you agree with this statement that the average women don't want to get with average men?
No.
Define average man.
Okay, is he like a 6?
There we go. Okay, so let's start with Tiffany here. What is a man today? Tiff?
What is a man? Well, XY chromosomes, born with a dick, has a set of balls, doesn't change his manhood. So once you chop the balls off, you say goodbye to your manhood, unfortunately, which I think you should wait until your brain is fully developed, because buying new genitals is like buying a new house. You got to be sure about it. But a man's supposed to be a provider, a protector, provides for his family, provides for his lady, but also the lady has to provide for the man. With that being, if you want to be a trophy wife and don't want to work, because ladies don't like to work, can you cook him a good meal? Can you cook him a good meal? Can you clean up after him, like with his can you clean up after him when he worked all day? When he's working to pay your rent, your bills, and buy you your fucking Gucci bags, are you gonna submit and do that for your man?
If he's doing all that for you, fuck yeah.
If he's doing all that, then yeah, that's an even trade.
Right. So you said something, Carly.
So it's an exchange.
So Carly, the question was, do average women are they attracted to average men? Do you think so?
No. I think that we always want best for us, so we're gonna go for above average.
So here we go.
We're
so
gonna strive for above
the percentage of men right now under the age of 30 that are virgins. What percentage do you think that is? That are virgins?
Really
no, just Carly.
60.
Just Carly. So
do you think men under the age of 30, 60% are virgins?
Okay, let me think. 45.
It's 26%.
Oh damn! Okay.
And the percentage of men under the age of 30 with zero sexual partners in the last year. What do you think that is?
That's embarrassing, is what that is.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. What percentage?
Do you mean the statistics again, please?
The percentage of men with zero sexual partners in the last 365 days that between the ages of 18 and 30. Like, what percentage do you think that is? No sex in the last year.
I would say, based on the 45%, maybe 27%.
It's about 30. It's about 33%.
Okay.
But the correlating number for women is like 18%. Women don't have to go without sex. Men constantly go without sex.
Easy for women,
but my point is, if average women dated average men, 33% of men would not be going without sex. Well, you understand?
If you ever see a beautiful woman, and most of the time she's with a very average-looking man.
No, he's average looking, but there's other things about him that make him exceptional.
Yeah.
There's the quality. My point is, if 83% of men are top 20% of men are getting 83% of white types, that means that average women don't like average men. Average women like the top 20% of men, and the bottom third of men are getting no sex. Do you understand? Hey, Carly, the guy in the United States, number of sexual partners on average, the median sexual partners that he would have in his whole life. What do you think it is?
Fuck, 5.
5? That's about right. Ironically, it's about 5, 6. Yeah, that's right.
That's so.
It's embarrassing
It's not
though. That's what you
embarrassing.
think?
It's nothing's embarrassing. We're all
Okay. No, but
humans,
my
and
point.
it's
My
all
point
love,
is,
but-
you can't say average women like average men when you have the median is
I didn't
5
say.
and a third. No, you did. That's what you said.
I said we love above average men.
Okay, very good. Yeah. So hypergamy is the concept that average women, only want the best men.
To
The
be
best
fair,
women.
because the average woman is still prettier than the
I mean,
average
that goes
man.
back to survival.
She is. But in the United States, hold on. But in the United States, the average woman is 5'4" and weighs 172
I
pounds.
know.
She weighs 172
Don't
pounds.
I know it.
But what's the average man then?
The
average man is 5'7".
The average man is 5'9" and he weighs what, like one
overweight.
You know what? You guys,
197?
you guys said something when I was on a panel here, and you guys said, have you guys ever walked through an airport and just look at people?
Yeah.
And that's the average people you see. I've been living in the fucking airports for the last several weeks and stuff. And like, dude, it's every 2 to 5 days. Like, I've seen the same flight attendants now. But the point is, it's like when you see these people, you don't see the super hot guy. You don't see the 6 foot tall guy,
6'6".
handsome, wearing nice things. No, 9 out of 10 times you see an overweight guy, facial hair on his face, doesn't groom himself, dressed like a tacky tourist.
Yeah, but you don't even see that guy. That guy.
You don't see it. He's invisible. I mean,
No.
I pay attention to everyone though.
He's
so
in the American Express lounge because he's average and so he's got money.
That's why you don't see him.
So okay, ready? So let's do this. Let's do this. The ideal average for women. Hold on.
He's in VIP.
Ladies, I'm gonna ask you guys some questions, and we're gonna go like what you think the average ideal is. And this is not just for you. This is for like all women. The average ideal weight for a woman in the United States. What do you think it is, Rach?
Like what? Like who wants the?
Like if you were to say what is women on average they think I should weigh X? How much do you think they should weigh?
I feel like women, like, I don't know, 125, 130.
125. What do you think?
I don't know.
120.
120.
Average about like 130, 135.
What do you think?
I would say 130,
130.
Is this from like a guy's perspective?
No, from a woman's perspective.
What they believe they
I would say
should,
130 to
like
160,
an ideal woman weight.
120.
That changes my answer.
120. What do you think?
Yeah, I would say 130.
130.
Yeah.
120.
What do you think?
I feel like that is
130.
What do you think?
So this is the average that women
500
think-
women selected their actual and ideal body size from a
What is their
12-point visual
ideal-
scale. What do you
their
think?
Wait,
The
like
ideal.
their actual body size?
No, the ideal. We're doing ideal. We'll do actual next. We'll do actual next.
The ideal woman
Height's a big
weighs
factor.
Huh?
I'll say 119.
Okay.
110. What do you think?
128.
Okay, the answer is 124. Now, what do you think the average woman actually does weigh?
In America?
Uh-huh.
Like 165.
What do you think?
Yeah, 150, 160.
What do you think?
180.
What do you think?
130.
130?
175.
175?
Maybe 160.
160?
Well, it's 171 because I looked at his Instagram.
What do you think?
150, 160.
What do you think?
172.
It's 172. That is
172.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So the thing is, like,
172.
go ahead.
Okay, I'm having a problem with this, so I wanted to change my answer immediately because the ideal weight that I think a man thinks is ideal.
No, a woman thinks that it should be ideal.
But the first one was, what do you think a man's?
No, at no point we're talking about men. This has nothing to do with men.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man would say
I gotta switch it up
110.
because I've heard multiple men be like, "Oh, well, I just like big butts and big tits." Okay, that comes with weight, so it's not fair to say like a man likes a girl that's 120 because a girl that's 120, if she's a natural height like 5'5" to 5'7", like the normal, you're just not gonna weigh that. So.
I think going to the gym has a big factor.
Yeah, they're not 172
Yeah.
because of their quads and their breast implants. They're 172 because of
That's
McDonald's and
best diet.
Frappuccinos.
And Lizzo, big is beautiful.
They're not gonna want a girl that's
No.
120, and he also wants her to have a big ass. and
Everybody
big
has a
titties.
type. Everybody's got a type.
Yeah,
there's a type for
but
everybody.
media
That's why
is
there's all kinds of
promoting
different
obesity and like heart disease and shit.
Fuck the media.
Promoting heart
Who's the
disease.
media?
What are you promoting?
Hey,
I'm
she let her
like,
dancers
what do
eat
you want
bananas.
from us?
Bananas are healthy.
Bananas are awesome.
Right.
They don't cost.
I saw
but
a TikTok that
forcing
says it
them.
wasn't.
Oh.
You know-
She was forcing them
Bananas
to
are
eat in
your
sexual ways, so it was like
No, I
sexual assault.
gotta
How do you not eat a
follow. I
banana
gotta
in a
follow up
sexual
here.
way?
Listen, roll. Hey guys, listen up.
All right, so listen up here real quick.
Make it
The-
perfect.
I've seen this. I've seen them go around the table at Fresh and Fit, and they ask this like, "What do you think you are on the 10 scale?" They all say, "Oh, 10." It's kind of like pointless to ask that, but like, if I'm gonna go around the table and ask you guys this, okay? Not do you think you're a 10, but on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say your self confidence is?
Oh, confidence.
Okay.
Yeah. So what would you say your self confidence is? Scale 1 to 10.
It depends on the day.
In general,
You
like
know,
this year.
I don't know. I would say I'm pretty confident, but I don't want to like shoot too high. So I would say a solid 8.
Okay.
You said in this past year, I was in a relationship that made me not confident. Now I am, when I'm single, I'm so confident. I know who I am. I know what I want. So I'm starting to get it back. I would say on an everyday basis, probably an 8.
What's your self-confidence, Tiff?
I would say a 9 because I'm not perfect. 10 saying you're perfect. Nobody's perfect, but I would say a 9 because I admit accountability.
Tiffany, one thing people cannot say about you is that you're a hypocrite. Nobody can say that you're a hypocrite. Definitely not a hypocrite.
I will say that. Yep.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say an 8.9.
8.9. What do you think, Barbie?
Confidence 10 all
10?
the way. I'm my biggest supporter.
10. What's your finisher in the ring?
It's a hangman DDT. So I do a DDT off the top rope to somebody.
That's crazy.
Oh, shit.
Have you fucked up someone's jaw or anything doing? Like I did pro wrestling for a short time in college. Like that shit is dangerous.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous. No, I mean because I train to purposely make sure that they are safe when they land.
Yeah.
So in that move in particular, no. Have I punched someone in the face for real? Yes.
The heaviest person you body slammed. How heavy could you? I got a guy who was 300 pounds off the ground one time.
I've body slammed a guy that weighed about 220.
Yeah. There's a trick to doing it. Yeah.
There is. Yeah. You have to use a little bit of momentum and hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
Manifestation.
I'm a 9 because I'm not perfect. You know, there's that.
Okay.
I'm a 9.
What do you think?
Self-confidence.
I would say an 8 because like it depends on the day.
Yeah, me too. It depends on the day and like what I'm doing. Like, can I open that heavy ass door? I mean, confidence wise, not very.
Why would you when you could have a man do it?
Well, I mean, I gotta wait around for that to happen, or I could just struggle a lot.
But it's nice when you're like able to do something on your own without a man's help, and you're like, yeah, I did that shit. Like, I don't need that motherfucker. Like,
not opening bottles of water for me though.
But I cannot open my own doors.
I can open my own jar, motherfucker. I don't need you.
That's the part I need help with the most.
8.5. 8.5.
D, where are you at?
Got like an 8.9.
8.9?
There we go.
8.9.
Nice.
Like just not 10.
You could be better.
There are some days where it, but
What do you think the average woman says to that question?
Oh my God, I bet you have the answer.
I'm a 10.
7.5.
What do you think? What do you think the average woman says about her
5.
self-confidence on a
Because there's like the average woman,
5.
like if she's like 160 and she's like 5 foot, like I don't know.
That would suck.
Maybe 5.
We can't hear you.
Yeah, there you
I'd
go.
say 6.
6.
I say a 10 because bitches are full of themselves.
I'm going to say a 10 too because girls love
6.
themselves.
Yeah.
6.
I think you have 50-50, either a 5 or a 10.
Mm-hmm.
If you live in Brickell, it's 11.
Sometimes they might be yeah, well, sometimes they might be really beautiful, but like not even know it because of like
Interesting how you could. It's interesting how you go to beautiful when it's self-confidence.
Right. I
Well,
just
they
myself
could be
confidence when I
really
say 10.
beautiful, but they might not have the confidence because maybe they've been like torn down by
Do you
relationships.
think that? Do you
or
think
life
that
stuff.
self-confidence for women is based on their beauty?
I think a lot of
Not
it
at
is.
all.
It's
not have to be vain.
Because just like she
Absolutely not.
said, she's like some bitches think they're 10s and they're fucking not.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot internally, but I also think externally how you look at yourself in the mirror, and if you portray yourself as beautiful, if you think you're beautiful, then that helps a lot with your confidence.
I don't think it has anything to do with looks at all.
I
When you're feeling insecure, especially over other people, it comes down to how you're being treated. And you start to create this new standard for yourself where you're like, fuck, is it me? And then you start to almost wear yourself down with how
It's like
other people
psychological.
treat you, where
Hey,
it's like...
So Bree, that is correct, but you also don't have to do that. Like you don't have your self-confidence doesn't have to
It's
do
also
with anyone
really
else.
hard when you're in the thick of it. Like, let's say you're like blinded in love, right? They say blinded for a reason.
Sure.
So I just went through it, right? Where my biggest compliment used to be, oh my God, Brie, I love how confident you are. I love the energy you bring into the room. I'm able to be myself around you because you know yourself. Well, I lost that. And so it didn't make people feel that comfortable around me because I didn't know who I was and I was really insecure. And it was just because I wasn't being treated properly. And it had nothing to do with my looks. It just had everything to do with how I felt as a human being.
I agree with you that your self-confidence can be affected by the way other people treat you, but there's also a book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. You get to choose.
Yeah.
You get to
read that
choose.
book.
You get to choose what your confidence is. There's another book I would highly recommend. Is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Like you get to like I had the same feeling. Like my dad was killed by a drunk driver, and then my girlfriend broke up with me. All happened in the spring of 2006. And I got to choose what my feelings, not my feelings, but I got to choose my attitude afterwards.
That's kind of where I'm coming to now, where like I left that relationship and it was not due to a lack of love. It was due to the fact I really missed myself. And I was like, I'm not able to be myself in this.
Yeah.
And it's as easy as saying, oh, yeah, but you don't have to. Okay, but when you're in it and all these feelings are involved.
Agreed.
I'm sorry.
No, I totally understand. But what my point is, you can have boundaries and then want to leave the relationship, but like how you feel in your own self-confidence. Again, we're all young. 100%. When I was 12 years old, if my favorite uncle yelled at me, is it going to make me feel shitty? Of course.
Yeah.
Right. If my best friend rips me off, of course. But overall, I think that is what the definition of maturity is. It is a function of gratitude and the recognition that you get to choose what your feelings are every day, regardless of what people do to you outside of this.
It's just really hard when you mix like love and relationships with this, because I can't speak for everyone, but I get so involved in other people. And I'm not saying...
That's your choice. The recognition is that it's your choice, Bree, to do that.
It's also hard because that's probably just the way I was raised. And I learned this like in therapy and stuff. Like I trauma bond with people. I like connect with people through they're like fucked up shit. And it's because of my own stuff. And I'm not saying that it's okay, but it's really hard. Even logic versus your heart. It's really hard to know something but feel something completely different. Like, yes, I know this logically, but when you're in the thick of it, I promise you, like, your heart is going to take over. Like, you're going to feel like shit over this.
It's that oxytocin.
For sure. For sure.
Making you stupid.
And I'll tell you 10 years from now, you're going to agree with what I'm saying. You're like, you get to choose.
I agree with it now.
Okay, so here's the thing. If you guys have any issue with this, there's a great book. It's called The Hurricane. It's about this guy named Reuben Carter who was convicted of murder, sentenced to life in prison for murder he didn't commit. There's an attorney in Canada who finally came down, like paid for his legal fees. He ends up marrying the person. But in prison, there's a great movie about it. Denzel Washington plays Reuben Carter. And in the movie, there's this part where he goes, I chose to not even want to be free anymore. And because I chose to not be free, the system could not incarcerate me or my mind. He made a choice no matter how bad things were. And that's it. That's reality. And a lot of times I hear women do this. A lot of times they'll be in a relationship with a guy and they need endless validation. I'm not saying this is your case, but they need endless validation. And because they don't get endless validation, then the guy's a narcissist.
I think
he's not a narcissist.
At the end of the day, it really is mind over matter. Like, no matter how much I loved this kid, I knew that I deserved better. So I had to leave. It was one of those things where you have to put yourself first. Like, it comes back down to your heart versus your brain, right? Like, logically, I know that this is a problem, but my heart is so fucking in it. And at the end of the day, I really need to choose myself.
It's called feels before reals.
Because putting other people first, it's an act of non-self-love. Like, you don't love yourself. Like, I don't care how much you love someone, you have to choose yourself.
There's a theory called triune mind theory. It's instinct, emotion, and reason. So your reason is your gray matter in your head. It's like really what makes up the composition of your brain mostly. Then there's sort of the emotional side, which is like a little bit deeper, like your hind brain, like what they call the lizard brain. It's where your emotions are at. And then there's the instinct, which is sort of like your autonomous nervous system and your instincts, right? So like if you want to get away from like a dead body, or something smells bad, or somebody throws something at you and you flinch out of the way, that's the instinctual side of it. So you're going to do that no matter what. Like breathing is instinctual, right? So, but the emotional side is also a biological thing. It's not something magical. It's not like pixie dust that falls out. It's not like, magic rays from heaven or Brazilian power crystals. It's like, it's actually, there are reasons, or base emotions, and the base emotions are something you can choose to experience or not to experience, because assuming you can like revert to your rational mind. So, and that's the problem, is that there's always going to be that balance between those two. Are you thinking rationally? Are you thinking emotionally? And are you allowing your reason or your rationality to dictate your behavior, or are you allowing your emotions to dictate your behavior? And sadly, what we're doing right now is, in the feels before reals generation, is everything's about, oh, follow your heart, girl. It'll never lead you astray. Or I would never judge you for anything. That kind of shit.
Every friend I've confided in throughout this breakup has been like, okay, but here's the facts. So the reason why you left isn't wrong. You need to choose yourself. Like, no matter how much you think you love someone, if they're just doing wrong by you and you are blinded in love, you really do have to put yourself first. You really do have to choose you.
Love is an emotion. Happiness is an emotion. Fear is an
But that's why
emotion.
feelings
Anger
are
is
so
an
hard. You
emotion.
can't control
Sadness,
them, right?
anxiety, depression, all that stuff. All of those are emotions. They're either base emotions or they're complex emotions built off of that base emotion. And so when somebody, and I hate this, I just did a whole video on this. When somebody says, "Oh, you're ultimately going to be more happy being married, and then not if you're out, right? You're going to be unhappy and I hate.
Depends on the person.
I hate the term happiness. I hate the term. This is going to sound really bad. I hate the term love. You're never going to find love, right? Love is an emotion. What emotions are meant to do, like biologically speaking, because it's biological. I can make you change the way your mood, how you feel, just by giving you tequila right now, okay? Or I can do something if you're on test, right? If you're on testosterone or something, you get roid rage. There's ways that you can chemically induce the way that you feel. That's why when you go through a breakup and you feel depression, you go straight to get drunk at the local bar, or you're doing whatever drugs, because you're trying to re-stimulate those feelings that you had before the breakup.
I think that it's okay when you go through something like grieving someone. Like I'm grieving someone that's still alive.
I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong. That's a judgment call, but I'm saying the reason why you feel it.
That you can wallow in it for a little bit as long as you don't stay there. So when the first few days happened, I was sad, getting drunk in the shower, and now I'm like, okay, it's go time.
All right.
Like, I love shower beer.
Shower beer.
It's good to go. I allowed myself to feel sad for myself for a little bit, and that's okay to mourn the relationship or something that you lost. But at the end of the day, it's fucking go time.
Well, here's the thing is that and this is another kind of a tag onto the happiness thing. So when people say you're going to be happy, happiness is a proximate outcome, and it's not an ultimate outcome. It's not something you can sustain. You're not going to be able to sustain happiness in the long term, because happiness is found in doing something. Emotions are meant to get you from one state to another state, and usually it's for reproduction or it's hunger or survival or something else.
So in Vegas, I realized this a lot. A lot of people are like, oh, well, I'm making all these like real estate investments and all these investments, so like future me can be happy. And people don't stop to smell the fucking roses and realize that
they're
like
happy
some of
doing
these
it.
people are so fortunate, and I look at their lives and they are like they're traveling the world and they're eating beautiful food and they're seeing beautiful people and all this shit, and they're like, no, but future me like cares more. And it's like,
God damn it, he wants some beautiful food.
Anthony,
we're going to sushi
you're missing out
God
right now because you're so focused on future, you can't even realize what you have right now. Like you are experiencing these.
That's because that's because there's no such thing as happiness, and I hate this. There is happiness, but there's no such thing as happiness in the way that most people think. Okay,
chemicals
there's
in your brain.
It is you're happy in the doing. It's something is intrinsically rewarding. You're happy while you're doing whatever that thing is that's intrinsically rewarding. And the problem that we have with happiness right now is we find ways to get it cheap. We don't have to work for it. We don't do anything. We drink. We take prescription opioids.
That's also
we do
probably
porn.
We fuck robots. Oh, that's just me. My bad.
Smoke too much weed.
So I was reading a book where it's talking about dopamine, and it's Atomic Habits, and they talk about the effects of dopamine, and it's the journey. It's not the destination. Like you hitting up a girl and wanting to fuck her, that's your dopamine right there. Once you get it, you're like, yeah, okay.
Well, again, that's
your dopamine hit before that happens.
The happiness that you experience while you're. It's like it's not the having, it's the getting. It's not the kill, it's the hunt.
Yes.
And so the hunt is what makes you happy, not the actual kill.
Right.
So, but that also applies, by the way, to like depression. So when people say, "I'm so depressed,"
stop hunting.
What that's meant, what your body is telling you to do is get the fuck out of this position and get into something that's better, because I can't sustain you in this position.
Go kill the meat.
Yes,
that's what it's telling you.
I'm going to end it with this. This is the best thing in the world. Anybody ever been hangry?
Yes.
Like you get angry because you're
right now.
Okay. You know why that is?
You see that
emotion.
I'm fucking angry.
That emotion is meant for you to get out of the house and go run down the caribou and kill the caribou.
There's
because you're angry. I'm gonna kill that and eat it.
There's horngry too. You're horny and you're angry.
And
yes, 100%.
Horngry.
Yes. Oh, that's what that is.
Yes.
Damn.
That's horngry.
I was wondering why she put that knife to my neck.
But the best is being hungry and horny at the same time.
Okay, a couple
incorporate it
things.
into the sex.
Christiana, there's somebody named Vincent Vega who is just like on your nuts on the fucking in the chat right now. I don't know if you know who that is. I don't know if you know who they are, but
Isn't that the guy from Pulp Fiction?
Yes, but that's not probably the same guy.
Are you sure?
Yeah, look in the chat. You can look in the chat if you want.
I'm watching
It's
the
mine.
chat. I'm watching I think I'm watching your chat. Is
Yeah.
it the same chat?
No, it's a different one.
I'm not seeing this one.
Okay.
My favorite one from this one though was she's from the streets, or she belongs to. But yeah, I don't see it on this chat.
No, it's on mine.
Am I
I'll send it to you. Can you?
on Michael's
just,
chat,
yeah.
I think.
Can you read? Can you read any of them?
No, there's just so many of them. This guy's like all up in your nutsack.
I don't see him on yours either.
I don't see him.
All right, so
Thanks, Vincent.
huh?
And he's all up on your nuts.
I don't see
Yeah.
him.
Did you have any questions?
Vega on the nuts.
Okay. There's one thing.
By the way, the
I
average
see him.
self-confidence for women is 6.1.
Oh.
That makes me sad.
Yeah, depends
Good
on
thing
the
she's
day.
a
like I said.
manifestation coach. She can
Yeah,
take
like,
control.
Exactly.
Help
We
need to help
her.
our girls.
Help her.
I'm like,
Help
I have
our
a million
girls
things I
out.
want to say, but I'm just.
Yeah, I know a really good manifestation coach. It's a personal trainer.
No, for sure.
It's a real estate
Get
coach.
that health up.
Yeah, it's an Amazon FBA coach. That's a
I
manifestation.
feel
coach.
weird. I don't
definitely.
believe in
Go to the gym.
manifestation. I just believe in like thinking like, okay, here's my goal. I'm gonna do this to get there, and I'm gonna get my fucking goal.
But it's the same thing.
It's the same.
Yeah, so
thing.
the
Same,
reason-
same, but different.
No,
Like, if you look-
manifestation
if you-
to me though is
Same,
like
same,
like
but
going at a
different.
crystal ball and be like, I'm gonna manifest this. It's like that guy in that tinfoil hat. That's like
Waking up
the
and
power of
loving
manifesting.
yourself is what manifestation
How
is.
about we look up the definitions of them?
I actually want to see the definition now too, because I feel like I'm.
Can somebody look up the
Manifestation?
definition
Okay.
of manifestation?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Come on,
I got you.
manifestation.
Hang on.
Go.
He's
Does
got
it
it.
say, oh, like it's a
Post
spooky
last
ass fucking
night.
witchcraft type shit?
Crystal ball.
Here, let me find it.
Manifestation.
This explains
It's
it.
gonna, there's
It's
going to
not
be
fucking
there's gonna be
witchcraft.
There's
multiple
literally people that
definitions
sit
for
there
this.
and wish all day and never do the work.
And then they still get what they want, or no?
No, they don't.
Oh, well then fuck. Though they ain't doing it
Wait,
right.
there was,
manifestation
there was something that was
definition.
said
You got
earlier
manifestation.
about
Determination.
how
Determination.
They done-
somebody
they
that
done
needs like
goofed.
constant validation calls her ex a narcissist or something like that. Is that?
Yeah, so a lot of times, when I first started doing the show, I would have a lot of girls come on and they'd be like, "Oh, my ex is a narcissist," and I was like, "Your last 3 exes were narcissists." And then you get to know them, and they're like, "No, you needed constant validation," and he started putting out boundaries. And when he did so, you started calling him a narcissist. There needs to be some give and take. If a man doesn't constantly validate you, it doesnn't make him a narcissist. If he has to go to work, if he has to do other things, it doesn't make him a narcissist. And I think a lot of women get that confused. And the other problem is that there are actual men out there who are narcissists, and those women aren't getting the help they need because these other women are like very similar to the Jonah Hill situation. Jonah Hill did nothing wrong.
No, he just set a boundary.
Yeah, he just set a boundary, and because of the Jonah Hill situation, now there's therapists out there being like, "Oh my God, he doesn't want you to fuck other dudes. That's so unhealthy. He's trying to control you." I'm like, no, it has to be a boundary.
Okay, you ready for the definition? You're all wrong. Okay.
Yes, I love this for us. All right, let's go.
What is it?
Manifestation.
Yes.
Okay, manifestation is a noun, okay? An event, action, or object that clearly shows or embodies something, especially a theory or an abstract idea.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. So it's a theory or an abstract idea that I
You want to
want
look for
to
manifestation
Okay,
verb.
So here's the next one. The action or fact of showing an abstract idea.
Exactly.
It's not real.
So it's
That's
just
exactly
No,
what
my point-
it
my
is.
point is-
Then you go-
No, my
That's
point
exactly
is
what
that
it
there's no
Imagining it, creating it.
there's no
That's
action that
exactly
happens.
what it is.
It's a verb, isn't it?
We can
That's
all
an
agree
action.
to disagree. Yeah.
It's whatever
noun.
We
feels.
can all agree.
There's
to
noun
disagree.
and a verb. Yeah.
Okay.
There is a manifestation.
Manifestation is the
Everything at
noun.
once.
Schoolhouse Rock.
Manifesting is
That's
the
what they taught
action
us.
of manifesting the noun, which is something. Correct? It's a
No.
person, place, or
A
thing.
noun is an action.
A noun is a person, place, or thing. Yeah. So it exists.
Middle school tap in.
It's an idea. It's not a real thing.
The school system failed, Michael.
As a verb, to make evident or
Sorry,
certain
Michael.
by showing or displaying.
That's
Yes.
exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's.
But wouldn't that be action?
There's no
We
action.
never said it
That's an
wasn't.
act. A verb is literally.
There's
an act.
there's nothing in there about going to the
And
gym.
believing.
Michael Skinny.
I'm gonna manifest I
did
lose
not
these
show up to
300
English class.
pounds and not go to the gym. I'm gonna manifest
Well,
it
then
just
you're not
falls off.
manifesting.
He was-
You're
he
not
was
just going to
playing
manifest
hooky.
it falls off. You have
There's
to
nothing in there to be like believing in something and then working to make it real. That is not the definition of manifestation. But people who use that term think that it is, and it is not. And no matter what Joe Dispenza says, there's no fucking quantum field that heals your body. There's been millions of studies done on this. It's just not true. It's like that stuff is it's quackery. It's fucking hokum, and that's the problem. The issue is most of you guys are fine believing this. There are some people out there that are literally destroying their lives because because they legitimately believe if they clinch their butthole and gnash their teeth hard enough, then fucking money will pop into their lives.
Michael,
and
now
I'll show
we know
you
I
hundreds
didn't
of them
work
at
for
TikTok.
you.
But it did work. But it did work. My life is.
You were clenching your butthole, and then all of a sudden you're here with all these hot bitches.
Listen to me.
Mike, sounds about right.
Listen,
Sounds
what did you
about
manifest
fucking
when it
right.
comes to your butthole?
Listen, prison
You're
was.
doing it right now.
Listen. Prison was a different time. All right.
You dropped the soap.
You got to clinch. You got to clinch.
Too many times.
Military was a different time.
Something.
Military basic training was a different time.
Oh yeah, let's not forget it.
Coming from the Latin, manifestus, caught in the act. Manifestus can be used as an adjective, a noun, or as well as a verb.
It sounds like it's everything.
Sounds like it works for me.
All right.
All right,
I think it works for me.
I have a question.
Okay,
we're gonna start with Barbie here.
Yes.
So the question is there something that a guy that men have done before previously that's kind of toxic that you like?
Yeah.
Ooh, that I like. Oh, damn. I don't know why, but when you started this question earlier, I thought I was going to go totally opposite.
Yeah.
I was going to tell you a toxic thing that I had done. I don't know why I was so ready for that question. But
Oh, you can talk about. Hey, by the way. So this is about toxicity in general. So a toxic thing you've done is fine, also, and a toxic thing you like.
Well, I mean, the toxic thing that I did was the guy that I was with him for way too long, from the guy that I lost my virginity to, so of course he made me crazy. Yeah. From like 13 to 25, right? We were together. And he ended up cheating on me. So what I ended up doing was I found the girl on Facebook or wherever it was at the time. And I went and I like added a photo of he and I together that was really recent. And it just happened to be our anniversary, like a week after I found out he was cheating on me. Yeah. And turns out like she'd already introduced him to like her family, all this stuff.
Oh, shit.
So I found her and I went through and I added every single person on her like friends list, her mom, her dad. I started liking all their shit so they would come to my page and look. And I was just like, happy anniversary, baby. I love you so much. I can't wait for the future. And then she got like banned from like ever seeing him again. And
That is absolutely magnificent.
Good job.
I have actually, I like the genius there. I actually don't have a problem with that at all. That's incredible.
I'll steal that because I was like, you know what? Go fuck yourself. I'm going to ruin your relationship without it being like, you know.
Sis,
wow.
That's what's up.
It made me so mad because I was like, I didn't just waste all this fucking time on you, bro.
Right.
But
That's incredibly like I admire it because it's effective. Like that was really effective.
it was effective.
And,
He was so mad too. Like I was the bad person. He was like, why the fuck would you do that? We're in love. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was really glad that I did that. And
is there a toxic thing you like when that you've seen guys do that you like?
A toxic thing? I almost think that like a little bit toxic like masculinity for me.
Okay.
Like I like a man that I know can go to bat for me. Like I like a man that will like puff his chest a little bit if like another guy is clearly trying to like trickle in on, you know, his woman.
I mean, the thing is,
area.
the idea that that's toxically masculine, which I'm not blaming you, but the idea,
Right, it's deemed
like,
that
dude,
now.
this is 1950, and a girl was like, "Yeah, this guy came up and was talking shit to me, and my man stood up to him."
Right.
Like, that's not toxically
It's like-
masculine.
right, it's like
that's having a
inherently
dick, dude. Like, what is
Right.
wrong? Like,
I like a man
what
with
has happened to
backbone.
this planet that is a
Yeah.
problem?
Mhm.
No, but you're right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Carly. What is something toxic you've done and something toxic you like?
Both of them.
Yes. I need everything.
Exactly. Both of them.
Let's go ahead and book the next 4 hours. Toxic things you've done. Toxic things you've done, and go.
Oh God, can I skip?
Really?
Absolutely
Is
not.
that bad?
We don't have
kidding?
time. We don't have time. She's
And then
going to go to
what do you say?
jail.
You're like the fucking Tom Brady, Hulk Hogan goat of all time. Or what are you talking?
Yeah, silly as it is, so a toxic man to me is something that is like sexually violent with me, because in a way that is sexually toxic. I mean, it's hot as fuck, but like if you like want somebody to choke you out and like slap you and spit on you and like all that shit, that's toxic, but that's hot as fuck. So that's my toxic thing that's been done to me. Something that I'm toxic about is making men fall in love with me, or trying to make men fall in love with me when I have no intention of pursuing it any further.
Damn.
Yeah.
Carly,
Wait, I gotta stop
She
the
pushed the
conversation.
mic.
I gotta stop the conversation right here, because what you were saying when you're talking about like getting choked out and getting spit on and all that other stuff, like you think that's hot, like that.
I think that's sexy as fuck, yeah.
That level of domination. Okay.
Yeah.
Does anybody at the table think that that's abnormal?
Oh,
That
well,
there's-
I don't either. Wait, hold on. Wait, time out.
Does anybody
Last
at the
week,
table think
But
she's
to be fair-
damaged because she
But
likes
to be
that?
fair, like
No.
that is a weird thing. Like
not,
as
like, a
as
luggage.
all of us as girls, can we not agree that is a little weird that we do like?
But
No,
it's just
well,
like
I-
the
no,
show
it-
of power.
it's
show of power.
no, it comes from evolution. Now, what it was a little weird is
like
2
the
weeks ago when Brittany was here and she said a loaded gun in her mouth.
No, I'm not.
That's
Okay,
what she
that's
was
hard.
super turned on by that.
And she like
You
Bella Bliss was in here.
I've never done it, but yeah.
Does it sound hot?
To absolutely lose control and think that you have no say. I think it's hot.
Okay, I know this is an option. I know this is an offshoot. I know this is an offshoot. The reason why I'm asking this, let me explain before you continue on and tell about all the fucked up things you guys are doing. The reason I'm asking is because there will be a million people in my comments and everyone else who say, like, the reason why you like that is because you're fucked up and you're damaged. There's something wrong with you. And that's why I'm asking everybody at the table right now, because everyone's going to go, well, they must all be fucked up. I'm like, no. This is the fucking rule. This is not the
women look up violent porn at a much higher rate than men.
100%. I actually talked about this with my therapist. Why do I look up so much fucked up shit? And she said, no, it's actually perfectly normal. It's not that you want this to happen to you. It's just a fact of losing all control as a woman.
Being submissive.
Yes, being submissive.
I was saying, it's
and
more
being
of a submissive
forced
thing.
into being submissive, it's hot.
Have you guys seen that study where liberal women are now having to date conservative men because they can't find any like masculine men on their side of the aisle?
Wait, last question. Do you have any difficulty finding a guy who will do that to you, or whatever you like?
Absolutely not.
Not necessarily.
Not after this show, she won't. She won't have any fucking problem at all finding one now.
Some men that will not necessarily want to be physically violent. But for example, earlier today I was hanging out with my girlfriend and we were talking about sex, and she said that she liked one of her first boyfriends. She wanted to be punched in the face. She wanted to be punched in the face. That was her kink. He was a marshmallow and he couldn't fucking do it. But that was her kink at the fucking time, and that is something I cannot identify with. So that, I have limits.
What happened to her? I got a really good. Okay, you guys can continue after this. I swear to God, you can continue after this. How many women on the panel have been with an ex-convict or a guy who's been to prison or jail? Well, I know
prior felon.
Oh my God!
Holy
I have
shit!
A story for
You
you.
have.
Oh my God!
Well, I didn't do a background check.
I know you have.
Raise your hand. Raise your hand.
One more time. Prior felon.
You've been with the
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wait,
Jesus Christ. Yeah, felon. That's ex-con.
That is not that crazy.
So
no, of course
it's
not.
So out of nine girls at the table, how many?
Like
Six. More than half. Okay.
But what was the reason?
Yeah. What was the
reason he?
It doesn't matter. Like he whatever the felony was, he took caution and threw it to the wind.
The more felonies, the better.
So would you say then dangerous men turn you on?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's a thrill. It's a thrill.
Why not towards me?
Why would I want a soft man?
Yes, I want him to be a violent asshole willing to kill anyone.
I want him to be a marshmallow to me. He can be a burnt marshmallow to everybody else.
Like kill everybody except for me. We'll live on the planet together. Only just me and you.
Okay, what's your story? You're gonna give us the story.
So mine's a little different. So my first boyfriend, I was 15 when I started dating him. When I was 16, he was only 18. He got a 16-year prison sentence in front of me, in front of everyone, his family, and it was some fucked up shit. And at the time, I didn't know how to deal with it. I don't know how I would deal with that now. Mm-hmm. How do you get over something like that? But I continued to talk to him, and I was there. I wrote him like letters, all this shit, and like a part of him almost got hotter
because he was
a little bit
dangerous.
Because it was like no one else can have you. I have
you know
you,
exactly
like,
where he is.
I know exactly where you're at.
You don't have to check his phone. You don't have to track him. He's in prison.
And you don't have to worry about it.
He's learning about cool sex things in prison, right?
Date a felon. Never have to check their phone. I keep tabs on my man. He's in the Nevada State Penitentiary up at Creech at Indian Springs, Nevada State Penitentiary.
Like just because he did something in the past doesn't mean you can't advocate against it now.
It depends on what it is.
I don't think I would ever.
So
do
guys
that
with those
now.
the tracking ankle bracelets, those guys are hotter.
No,
Should I get one of those?
Jewelry.
Like now, for me, like there's a reason why all the women on this panel go for above average men. Like there's no way in hell I would go for a guy that's in the penitentiary or like prison right or anything like that. Carly is so toxic.
I got lied to until I found out.
So toxic.
I'm actually a good girl now. I'm just frightened.
If I knew he had a prior felony before, I probably would have never gone with him to begin with.
You would have just had sex with him.
Yeah,
just sex.
You're not marriage material, but we can fuck.
We can fuck because you went to prison.
No, I told you about him, Rolo. He's the one I ran out.
Dumb and a felon, but we can fuck.
But he got that dumb dick.
He got that felony dick.
Kinsley, do you like them dangerous and tattooed and like they got the teardrop for how many men they've killed? No.
No. No. I've had some experience that don't like it, run the other way.
So you did it once, but you tried it. You're like,
well, that was before they went to jail.
So when they went to jail,
they're still the same person who went to jail.
Was
though.
he hotter after he went to jail?
No, I know. Ew.
Bad boy.
No?
Bad boy.
What'd you go to jail?
I think it kind of depends on what you go to jail for.
Yeah,
I agree. Yes.
Come on, guys. Jeffrey Dahmer, who'd give him a first date? Come on, don't lie.
Was he gay?
Don't lie.
Jeffrey Dahmer that was in the Netflix show.
Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy. You give Ted Bundy a shot?
Not with
Ted Bundy.
I mean,
Not Zach
Richard Ramirez.
Zac Efron.
Would Richard Ramirez get it?
But that's how Ted Bundy killed so many women, because he was, for the time, I mean, he has a unibrow, but like back in the day.
He does have a hella unibrow.
But like back in the day, that's how he lured so many women.
And he had
because
dogs
they all
in his
thought he
car?
was attractive. Yeah.
Hey guys, ask yourself why these ladies know that he has a unibrow.
And he escaped prison 3 times.
Yeah.
3 times, so he's smart.
So yeah.
He's an intelligent criminal.
Smart enough to not get caught.
Shout out to my Virgo.
Those women at Florida State that he killed and raped, they deserved it. That's what happened.
Michael.
Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm just saying.
Extreme, bro.
I'm just saying.
Michael is extreme.
Nobody asked for that comment. That is out of pocket as fuck.
All right.
They were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And Ted Bundy was there.
Next thing you know,
absolutely not.
Sorry.
Ask her what toxic traits turn you on.
And he like lets you go because you're too into it.
He let me go because I was willing.
I'm trying to think.
You were
what
too wet,
toxic
so he
trait-
kept you
He
around.
was like, fuck, no. I can't kill her.
You don't know. You can't think of any toxic traits that like. Do you like criminals?
No.
No. Do you like convicts? No.
No.
You like.
You like neck tattoos?
Do you like guys that look like
Neck tattoos are cool.
Hell yeah.
I just dated a guy with neck tattoos.
I love neck tattoos.
No.
Neck tattoos, future felon.
That's my toxic trait.
I don't know.
Neck tattoos.
He was a Freemason, so I don't know. I thought that was kind of hot. I was
Very
like,
cool, yeah.
Something was like a little different about him.
Shout out,
His money didn't make sense.
shout out
but
to
that's
Jeffrey
cool.
Epstein. Shout out to. There we go. All right, here we go. A toxic thing that you. So that's something you like. A toxic thing you've done
she's
before.
Taking the sweater off.
Take
Yes. Finally.
Okay, so like
waiting all day.
maybe like blow up his phone.
Okay.
You know, if I want attention or like something or like respond back to me. Like I don't know. I think that's pretty toxic. You know, like pay attention to me while you're like out there doing other shit. Like,
No, because he should.
Are you with
respond.
that bitch we saw at the mall?
He should respond.
Yeah, he should. He
should.
should respond. Yeah.
That's why you should have his location.
And if
So-
you don't, just put it in his
So
phone.
surveillance.
Toxic girl tricks.
Grab his phone.
D,
Copy,
what's
noted.
is there a toxic thing you've done
One word.
before?
Air tags.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
have
they get
you done that
That's
before?
what you did that was toxic.
I've never done
He
that.
should be a felon.
I guess
It is.
I guess a toxic trait I used to. Thank you. A toxic trait that I used to, I guess, possess more of than I do now. The whole read receipt thing. I can't do that no more. If you have your read receipt
really?
on and all of a sudden you turn it off.
Toxic.
Of course.
Are you
So-
are you into it? Do you like that one?
Fuck no.
Uh-oh.
Now it's off altogether for the most part.
Yeah.
I only turn it on when like I want people to know that I read it and didn't respond.
That's like for my parents. That's it. Other than that, just like the body count, I'm not gonna ask. You read the message, you get back to me, cool. You don't get back to me, that's fine. But I'm not gonna sit here and look at my phone.
Is there anything you do that's toxic?
When it came to that,
Leave
if
it
someone,
on.
if
Leave them
someone-
on read.
leave it on read, or if someone turns it off, is like why? Now it's just like nope. I'll stop talking first.
Christy.
I agree with that. I think the older you get, the more that you realize toxic traits aren't cute. If you're gonna play that game, like if you're gonna turn your read receipts off,
And on.
that is what it is.
Yeah, you
Like
have to go
now,
out of your way to
obviously,
do that.
I know you have something to
So
hide.
petty.
So this gives me all the clarity that I already need to know.
I would rather just block.
The older I get, like I know we're all talking about toxic traits and like what we think is hot. I don't think any of it's hot. I think it's abusive and I think it's unethical. Like if you can go about your shit and you can be honest about it, cool.
True.
But at the end of the day, if you're being toxic, just be toxic. You don't need to be in a relationship.
Sometimes that's sometimes
You don't
it's
need to
so
have
fun.
loyal people around
See,
you.
my only toxic trait would be like I'll pass out and I'll forget to text him back.
Yeah,
that's as toxic as I get.
Blacking out is toxic.
I don't black out.
Yeah,
I smoke a bunch of weed and fall asleep.
Well, I forgot to text you because I didn't want to text you.
Christiana, what a toxic trait you've done or a toxic trait you enjoy?
Well, one I love is I love love bombing. Like I really like that.
Like you do it?
Like when I'm being
like it
love
from a
bombed.
man?
Yeah, I fall for being love bombed. Like that's the toxic thing I like. But
Well,
So you're like narcissist.
You should, girl, because you're just so special. You're so much better than everyone else.
Do they end up being
You're just incredible.
narcissists, though?
That's why.
Do they
That's why
end up
it's not even love bombing because it's all true. That's what happens.
I have a question with the love bombing.
Don't
though.
listen to this shit. This is so. What are you doing?
I have a question though for you. So with the love bombing, do they end up being like narcissists and stuff? Because that's a narcissistic trait is the love bombing.
Only victims attract narcissists. That's the truth. Only victims attract narcissists.
Oh, that hits home. I agree.
Yeah, so
I agree.
I don't see it like this type of
Can I-
trait. I can't fit somebody into a mold that they don't belong in.
But narcissists are like professional, like professional at what they do. They'll love bomb you, they'll get you in, and then they won't see the traits for even a year and a half later.
Tiff, have you been love bombed before?
No, I'm telling her this because you know what? I was with
100%.
I was with a guy, and he was great for the first 2 years with the love bombing, and then you start seeing his actual narcissistic traits. He starts gaslighting you and all this other shit, making everything your fault. The thing is you don't know that you're with a narcissist because narcissists are like master manipulators. You're not gonna know.
Well, then
Did
I guess
you-
I wouldn't know.
Let me ask. How many ladies at the table have been love bombed before?
Oh,
Raise your hand.
yeah. Are you fucking kidding me?
How many of you you never been love bombed?
No, I haven't.
You haven't? Okay, so
yeah.
so everyone, every last one of you have been love bombed. Okay, now of all of you, how many of you got off on it? You liked.
I hate that shit.
Oh, dude, me.
You
Do
liked
not love
at
that.
the time.
He was so freaking good
Well,
with his
because
words.
it's everything you want to hear, right?
Only
It's
when I
how do you
want
not
it.
get off on it?
He literally fucking gets you where
I'm like,
you need to be.
I don't believe it. That's how I feel.
After a week,
I was in
you're in love
love.
with me. I understand that.
Okay, now
Why
I
was I
have to take
Yes.
now I have to
Why
take
would
one
you
more.
not be in love with me after a week? Of course, it's been a
He
week.
said everything he needed
Wait.
to say, and
I gotta
I
take one
fell
more
for
poll.
every
Wait, you ready to
single
have babies
fucking
with
word.
me? And it's been 4 days. Of course. Why is that not weird?
I actually love
So
you too.
here's
I'm
a point. I'm
glad.
going to make a point here in just a second. How old are you?
I'm 27.
26.
31.
Oh, we're doing this?
28.
33 on Monday.
29.
What?
29.
29?
Am I the
30.
youngest
30?
one?
I'm 30 years old.
30 what?
34.
28.
28. Okay.
You
so-
are the youngest one.
I am 76 years old.
Ladies,
Okay,
teach me
now the
something
reason
tonight,
the reason I'm asking is because there's a popular opinion by Dr. Jordan Peterson who seems to think that the older women get, the less likely they will be love bombed and believe that bullshit, right? And that they'll
Experience.
and they're so
Experience.
smart. They're so
Guys.
smart that they'll
Experience.
never allow it or they'll never enjoy it ever
Experience.
again. And all I've got to say to you, Mr. Peterson, is 2 words: Tinder swindler.
Hold on.
Tinder
Would
swindler.
never ever let a man Tinder swindler.
Every woman in
I ain't
Tinder
that
swindler
rich.
was at least the youngest was 29 and the oldest was something like 38 or almost 40 or something like that. It's not an age thing. It's the
No.
fact that you want they're
Hold on.
telling you
Here's
what
the-
you
oh,
want.
Right.
The
The fact that they're so good at what they're
down
saying.
to manipulation, but you don't actually know that you're being fucking manipulated.
No, because the
Right.
words they use and the way they speak, it's so.
I don't know.
That's why I said narcissists are master manipulators. Just prove my point.
Sometimes they
Oh my
don't
gosh.
even know that they're narcissists.
They don't even know that they're talking. They don't even know they
They
control
don't
my
even
whole
know.
life.
I
They
think the
think they're
women
not.
had a
go
choice,
ahead.
and I think that they really wanted to be. Because imagine this: you're texting with this guy.
We want
he's like-
control.
and then you meet him, and he's like super short, and you're like,
Ew.
I guess I'll just fuck him anyway because he's the one. But like,
No.
it's like I feel like she
No.
was lonely,
No.
and she
No.
fell into it because you know why? She was a good victim. She was a good target.
Okay, so here's
Not everybody
here's
is.
the psychology behind
Wait,
this.
who here fucked him anyway? Anybody? On Tinder, you just fucked him
fucked
anyway?
along-
No? Dang
never
it.
had a dating app.
So many guys, I would have been so excited.
Yeah.
I've actually never.
He was so
been on
short,
Tinder.
but I fucked him
I've never been
anyway.
on Tinder.
All right, so,
Oh, I like
so,
short kings. I
so
do
here's
like a
the
short
here's the
king.
And I don't mind
psychology
a short
behind it.
king.
I halfway agree with your therapist or whoever told you
I
this.
do.
So
I don't
here's
care.
here's
I'm
the
too
here's
damn
the
tall.
long and the short. Seduction doesn't happen unless you have a willing participant in the seduction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and the Tinder swindler, the only reason he was able to do what he did is because the women he swindled wanted to be swindled. They
Right.
wanted to be seduced. They wanted to be part
Absolutely.
of that narrative. Like, oh, I'm a Mossad agent, or
My enemies are after me.
I'm the son of a diamond merchant and
God,
stuff like
he's
just
rich, he
yeah.
wants me.
Dude, I would
Well,
go for
no,
that
to the
so
point where the
hard.
first girl on that documentary, she was
Amazing.
she was in like 32 or 33 years old when she started. Right, she's older now, But she meets a guy on Tinder, and literally within 45 minutes of meeting this guy, she is on his private jet going to Belarus or Bucharest or something like that with the baby mama, believes every bit. And all of her girlfriends, they didn't say, don't do it. You're going to be sold into white slavery in Dubai. They're not saying that. They're like, your ship has finally come in. I can't believe it. I'm so happy for you.
They were enablers.
And again, that goes back to feels before reels. The reels were there's no man, there's no uncle, there's no brother, there's no father, there's no
Come on.
You'll be killed.
So some of you guys have been friends with me for a while. What do you think would have happened? You know me well enough. I'm a former counterintelligence guy in the U.S. military. Had I been the friend of any one of those girls, and they came to me and say, "Yeah, I'm going on this plane to do XYZ," what would have happened, Rita? What would have happened?
You'd say, share your location.
I would have said anything. Rita, I would have looked up the goddamn tail flash of the goddamn airplane. Rita, I would have. Why is it we can't just?
You would have said hell no. Just come on.
I would have said hell no, nothing. I would have said, hey, like what, ladies, an uncle, a cousin, a dad, your dad, whatever,
best friend,
a guy that just comes in there and just like, hey, just to let you know, I'm not going to tell you, do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying?
Michael, not every guy even knows what a tail
flash is. No, my point is, all the things this fucking dude said were verifiable. In 2 seconds, you didn't want to hear it. If any one of these, I'm just use myself as an example because I'm pretty fastidious. If any one of these ladies had come to me and been like, "Hey, I'm about to go on this thing and I'm taking this risk," I'm like, "Okay, cool. Give me about 5 minutes." And I looked it up. I was like, "This is a lie. This is a lie. This is a lie. This is a lie. This is a lie." And by the way, pay $5.95 and do the background check on them. You'll find out some more shit in like 10 seconds. But you don't want to hear it because you're being sold some bullshit. And so, ladies,
at least you care though.
but ladies, here's the thing. Like, I'm not special. I'm not a private investigator. I'm just telling you guys, like, there should be at least 1 or 2 or 3 dudes in your life that don't want to put their dick in you, that just like you can come up to them.
Put their dick in us.
Are looking out I agree.
They all want to put their dick in us. They all want to put their dick in us. It's so hard. They all want to put their dick in us.
But there's nothing wrong with having guy friends.
How many of the ladies on the table? How many ladies at the table have a brother? A biological brother.
Bro, you all have brothers. Like, seriously, like you're sitting there with the narcissist shit. You could have just asked him.
My brother's 4.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Well, raise him well.
We don't know yet.
Would your brother do that? Would your brother step in and go, "What the fuck are you
100%
thinking?"
yes. 100% yes.
No. Again, I wouldn't even like if Rita come to me and she said, "Hey, I'm going to go do yada 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 with this dude." I wouldn't tell you to not go. Yeah. I would have just told you, "Hey, just so you know, here's Social Blade. All of his followers are fake. Okay, here's his took 2 seconds right here. All the companies he said he's in bankruptcy. Okay,
I don't know, Michael. I think he's the one.
But it wouldn't have taken me any fucking time to find it.
Have I not been out with you and been like, "Hey, what do you think about this?"
Yes, for sure.
And I always ask.
For sure, but that's the thing. Like, well, ladies, just have one. Like, if you, unless you don't want to know and you're so addicted to this love bombing feeling that you're just fine being with a narcissist, and then in which case, who should you really be blaming?
Yourself. Or you could just stay single and fuck everybody.
There we go.
I have a question now.
Checkmate. We're playing checkers. She's playing chess.
Nobody is safe.
But wait, being single though, like until you're 40 though, do you think you're gonna feel the same way in 10 years that you do now about staying single?
All that matters is how I feel right now.
There it is. And there it is.
In the moment, girly.
See, let's be ourselves now.
And we have reached the final boss.
You cannot.
Ain't nobody got time for
But like honestly, yeah, like whatever's making you happy right now, like should make you happy in the future because you're manifesting it.
And eventually, I will receive what I receive when I receive it and how I receive it. And so therefore, right now I'm having fun, and in the future I will have fun. And in my whole fucking life, I will always have fun. And what I receive, I will receive. Whether that's me being married, whether that's me being in a relationship, whether that's me being in a hoe. Whatever the fuck I want, I will receive.
I couldn't write Carly if I tried. Like I couldn't write Carly in a book.
I have no
I couldn't imagine Carly. Like she's just like exactly. She's just exactly.
For 4 years.
She's not even here.
Just perfect.
She's not even here.
Just exactly. She's the final boss.
Whatever happens, happens, and I love all of it.
So we should start a podcast.
She is literally like the fuel for the passport, bro. Like they're literally a picture of Carly on the side of their suitcase as they get on Avianca Airlines direct to Bogota, Colombia. There's a picture of
screen cap
of Carly.
Put it on the
As it
refrigerator.
should be, because why wouldn't it be?
Your inspiration. That's what
Carly, you somehow you're going to go viral. Somehow we're going to end up on like Matt Walsh because of this.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
I can't believe
Welcome.
Cheap plug. We like it. It's okay.
A toxic thing that you've done. Is there anything a toxic thing you've ever done?
Well, yes. Well, it's like kind of like what you do. Like I have adult ADD, and it does not get easier, and I'm not medicated, so I'll like read a message, and I'll just like put my phone down and do something else, and then never write back. So
you're
like,
not medicated?
Yeah.
Me neither. I'm ADHD. I have no medicine.
No, it's
my
hard.
vitamins,
It's
that's it.
really hard.
No, but just be a crackhead. It's fun.
Oh, okay.
Not like real crack. Not real crack.
I haven't
obviously.
tried that one.
The best advice so far.
Unmedicated crackhead.
So what you do is you take your phone and you break up Adderall.
What
and
you
snort
do
it.
is you drink Red Bull coffee and you eat a well-balanced meal and you're still a natural crackhead.
A Red Bull and a coffee?
That sounds like your stomach burning a hole in
Not
it.
at the same time. You start with coffee and then like in the middle of your day you have a Red Bull, sugar-free, of course.
Okay.
Sugar-free.
Yeah.
Because that would be too much.
And then we have natural
sugar would
crackhead
set you
energy,
off over
and
the
so
edge.
the sugar from all of it will make you a crackhead, and it's really fun to be a crackhead without doing the crack.
So
That's nasty. It is nasty, right? Isn't it nasty?
You have ADD.
Ugh.
I have ADHD.
Take
so it's the
notes.
same shit. We're crackheads.
Do you know what you're doing?
I mean, it's literally the same shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, Tiffany, I will never give you grief about smoking as much pot as you do now.
Okay. Rita,
We're all cool. We're cool.
Hey guys, hold on. Everybody, stop the presses. Rita, have you ever done anything toxic?
Never that.
Everyone in the chat.
No, my thing is okay.
Rita,
so, like,
you are a first ballot Hall of Famer. Do you know that? They are Rita. They are currently tailoring a gold jacket for you in the Toxic Hall of Fame right now. Unanimous first ballot Hall of Famer.
My
Go
thing
ahead.
is, I want all of my boyfriends to love me and not be fucking other girls, but like I want to be able to like fucking do
All of your boyfriends?
All the boyfriends. You want 10 million
All
boyfriends.
five of them?
None of them can
yeah.
have girlfriends.
But none of them can have girlfriends, but I can have multiple boyfriends. That's my toxic.
So, somehow a Carly Rita thing has to happen. It has to happen. No, it'll be you and me, and then we'll put Jamie Billimore and Jamie Lynn here, and then we'll put Carly and Rita and just have a thing.
Me and Carly enough to know how I was outside of a relationship. Me and Carly.
No, when you first met me, I was first out of a relationship and I was toxic as fuck, and I've calmed down a lot, and I'm still.
Okay.
I'm better. But I'm so crazy.
Hey, I want to point out one other thing. So, I get criticized for this a lot. Like, I have a ton of female friends, but one of the reasons why, and you guys are getting to see inside of it, kind of a dissected, because this is this show is sort of a conversation that I would have at like in Jamaica at Paradise Challenge or Swimsuit USA or something with a bunch of the girls or a bikini competition or whatever. But like, but guys, I just want you to think of this. Any of you guys who are critical of this, listening to Carly, wouldn't you rather know? If you're a guy, wouldn't you rather know this? Wouldn't you rather know the truth? Okay, so this is okay. So for those of you who are confused why I do this, this is part of the reason. I'd rather know. I used to manage a strip club. I would go back in the locker room and listen to the girls talk, and it was just I was very quickly disabused of. I was very quickly disabused of these ideas that Disney and my mom or the church gave me about how men and women were, and then I would in there and I'd listen to it and I'd see domestic abuse, drug use, all this kind of shit, cheating, bragging about cheating, and I was 21, 22 years old when I was seeing this, and I was so disabused of these fucking fallacies and myths, and I'm just gonna say this one more time, guys. I would rather know. Right? It makes sense. So when I read the Rational Mail the first time, I was like, oh, thank God somebody wrote this down. It wasn't, oh, I didn't know this stuff. No, I was managing a strip club. I was fully aware of this. But it was like, oh.
You are manifesting the Rational Mail.
That's what it was. I was manifesting. By the way, 2003, 2004, same time.
Yes.
Now,
when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Will appear. That's exactly right.
And I would rather be honest than sit there and like lie about shit because again, why not? We all fuck each other and have a lot of fun. instead of like hiding behind each other's backs.
Guilty,
Instead of hiding behind each other's backs and like fucking people behind each other.
Can you tell us?
We could all just fuck
Dump
each other.
that
Tell us about your first experience as a woman.
Just out of curiosity, who here has dated a woman?
Well,
Never
okay,
dated a
no.
woman.
No. Yeah, dated a woman?
No.
What about dating or slept with? That might be a different.
Okay, who's ever slept with a woman?
Yeah.
Oh, do you guys hold on one more time? Let's do this
Who
again.
slept with a woman this
time
week?
Out. Who here's dated a woman? Just one of you. Who has dated a woman? Just one. Okay. Who here's slept with a woman? One more time.
Oh.
Okay.
Dude,
Cool.
can I
Now, just
tell you-
so we're clear, this doesn't work for men. What you just did does not work for men.
Hold on. I'm
Sorry. I want to hear her
So-
story. She's got stories
All right,
galore.
here's the deal. A lot of people don't think I'm.
Talking in the mic.
A lot of people don't think I have a lot of experiences because I was in a long-term relationship, right?
Many
Bull
long-term relationships.
shit. Let me tell you, even throughout that relationship, he wanted to be poly, I didn't. And we've done a lot of poly things. I was trying to like give him what he wanted. So with that, I flew.
I thought you were going to tell us you were in like a cult or you're a Jehovah's Witness or something.
This girl right here, I flew her out to Mexico.
Uh-huh.
We had sex with my boyfriend.
Uh-huh.
And then afterwards, we got stranded in Mexico for like 2 days. We ate each other's pussies.
I don't think it was stranded. I don't think stranded is not the word.
So here's the deal. So we went to the airport, right? We were being responsible. Well, that morning we were waking up. We were cleaning out the villa. We were staying at this villa that was like $15,000 a night.
Jesus.
We weren't paying, obviously.
We weren't paying, no. But we were.
Your boyfriend was paying?
No.
Sorry, buddy.
But we were with some.
He got a threesome with me and her, so
wait.
he's good.
Hold that thought. Okay, now tell the story.
Okay. So we're sitting there, right? Pina coladas in our hands. And it's me, Carly, and Bunny.
I'm so dead.
And we're sitting there and we're like, hey, what are you doing? No, what are you doing? And we just kind of went to the room, made some shit happen, you know what I'm saying? Well, what happened was Carly fell in love with eating pussy.
Come on,
that
sell it
night.
to me.
That's
Come on,
all
sell
I
it to
have
me.
to say. It was great. Well, then that next morning, we go to the airport. We're sitting outside a bar right outside our gate. 3 hours past our flight, the airport security comes up and goes, what are you guys doing here? And we're like,
And you fuck him.
We're just waiting on our flight to take off. They're like, what flight are you on? We read them the number and they said, sorry, babe. That flight took off 3 hours ago. I'm ready to escort you out of this airport. And we said, fuck.
And
so
then
the real Mexico
fun
experience happened.
He didn't do this.
No, pretty much, but through the phone.
So then, me and Bree were in Mexico all by ourselves.
Oh, you want this too? You have to sell it to me, though.
We're in Mexico all by ourselves, and we decided to go buy drugs.
What kind of drugs, Carly?
Molly. So me and Bree bought Molly. We took
This
a lot of Molly.
cheating comes into play off the drugs, right?
Just me and her. We take Molly, right?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. This is a fiction story.
It's hypothetical.
So then we go back to our hotel room, which is gorgeous, and I fucked Bree all night.
We see this random guy. I just found out I was cheated on. And granted, we are on a break, but you fucked my best friend. And so I looked at my other best friend. I said, what are we going to do with this situation? And we walk out of our hotel room. We're in this villa. We see this guy at the kitchen table reading a book. I said, what are you doing tonight? Didn't speak a lick of English. I said, you're coming with us. I took his ass, we get in the hot tub. I pull his dick out, and I just started fucking him. Want to know why? Because I'm a Molly, and I'm sad.
Hey guys, time out. Can I have 1 second? Hello, 1 second.
I'm fucking pregnant.
Hey baby, your friend Kylie is for the streets. I'm sorry, your friend Carly. Carly is for the streets. My girlfriend's named Kylie. My friend Carly is for the
I
streets.
did not fuck that dude. For the record, she fucked that dude.
Yeah, but then she fucked
Stop
me.
the cap. You totally did it. You're lying. You totally did a bullshit.
I did not fuck that guy.
She actually didn't.
I did not
was
fuck that guy.
actually really
I'm not
surprised.
gonna fuck a random. That's
Bullshit.
weird.
Okay, well, I never thought I would do that either because
But
I'm
I did tongue the fuck out of Bree's pussy.
Finish her.
And then I learned that I like eating pussy, so that was fun.
I mean, fair enough.
So that makes me happy.
And this was 4 days ago?
No, this was
yesterday.
Like,
oh my god, I wish. God, a month ago now? Fuck.
I am so excited to get home to my Bible.
Oh man, I'm so straight.
Well, I'm so happy you guys heard that.
All of our exes watch this podcast like,
oh my god, we're not.
That's the truth.
I fucking pray to God.
Okay, so Rita, we never got to it. The toxic
What?
thing you do.
What do you do?
I said what I.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did. I was thinking more of the specific toxic thing that had to do with a parking garage and an apartment. But that's fine if you don't want to talk about that.
Kensley, what do you do that's toxic?
What do you do that's toxic?
I don't know. I think I get jealous a little bit.
Okay.
She just said she fucked her in like the Caribbean somewhere. I'm a little toxic.
I'm not like super wild. Well, I mean, you guys you're single. So.
Single as fuck.
Yeah.
Single as a Pringle. I'll get a girlfriend.
Single and ready to mingle. Yeah. Just kidding. I have a fake boyfriend.
I don't know.
You don't know what you do? What do guys
I
do
break
that's
things off
toxic?
quickly.
What do guys do that's toxic that you dig on?
I like guys that are very like possessive. I don't know. My ex would always try and beat people up. Yeah,
Trying to beat
are you
people up?
looking at her?
So he would try
Hey, was there steroids? Yeah.
That's why.
Roid
rage.
That's why. You want to do some steroids and
I don't think I've ever asked this question before on any of these shows. Have you guys ever been with a guy and you tried to get him into a fight?
No.
Just to
Absolutely
see if
not.
No, with another guy. With another guy.
That's some fucked up.
Have you ever tried?
I got a story.
My man can kick ass.
I got a story for that. Well, my ex fiance was super toxic, and he was kind of a dick to me. And so when he went to the bathroom, because I kind of wanted to get back at him, and it's probably like as toxic as I ever got because he actually deserved it. He put hands on me. Anyways, so he put hands on me. So I wanted to have him get in a fight with someone so this guy can kick his ass because he put hands on me. Because my ex-fiance was 220, all muscle, and 6'5". So look at me. So imagine that. So I think what I did was justifiable. And so I was hitting on the guy when he was in the bathroom, and then I had the guy sit in his spot. And so when
So you instigated the fight.
Oh, 100%. This guy was a little bit
It's
more
all
buff.
on you evil bitch.
You know,
I'm with her on that actually.
no. You know what?
Uh-huh.
I never condone violence, but when a guy puts his hands on me and I can't physically fight back, I'm gonna find someone to kick his ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
And then
Have
when
you
I
ever done that?
No, but I had an incident last year where my neighbor broke in. It was a whole thing, tried to rape me. I had to take him to court. It was whatever.
Wow.
My boyfriend showed up to my house before the police did. He tried to break back into the house. My boyfriend was there, and then he ended up hospitalizing him. And Kellen, and I ended up having to drop the charges against the guy that, hurt me or whatever. I took him to court, everything, because the plea deal was if you drop the charges against him, we'll drop the charges against your boyfriend for attempted manslaughter. So yeah, I'm 100% with
dodge
that.
the charges, beat the rap.
Yeah. So I got when you were saying you've been through the rough with people and shit like that, this man right here is my fucking ride or die.
Yeah.
So there will be no toxic shit from me. I will go to the fucking grave for this man.
If you guys ever need a lawyer, I'm gonna be one in 7 years. So hit me up.
Thank you.
Nice.
I like a hot lawyer.
We'll have to set you up with Jim Sexton when he
So
comes
that's why I'm saying I love that you did instigate that, because it's sometimes people just got to get their ass beat. They didn't have their ass beat.
He really deserved it because I wouldn't do that to my worst enemy type of thing. But but it's just
But you had a motivation to do it.
You know,
Did you just do it
when you
randomly?
pop my jaw and my jaws lock open it's kind of an advantage because it's when I get skull fucked and everything, it kind of doesn't bite the dick.
What?
I guess that's the only advantage of a locked jaw. So but
fair enough.
But other than that, it's when you come up and you're done sucking that dick and everything, it's just
you're damn, I'm a little bit sore. Why am I sore?
Did somebody order sausage?
Yeah, they did.
all right.
Now the reason I'm asking is, and I don't know if you've ever been in this situation before, but everyone from I get these guys telling me stories all the time, but even I can have experienced this before. It's whether it's my mom, my daughter, my wife, like there are these guys talking about like sisters or girlfriends and everything like that. It's like there's these incidents where that like if somebody cuts them off in traffic, she's like, fuck you, kick his ass. Like they want you to go and like fight let's you and him fight.
Everyone wants a night.
And I'm
Everyone
like,
wants
why
a
the
night.
fuck is it? So like one of the things that that sort of made me think of this is there's this thing called the ick right now. Like so you have this perfect guy.
Love the ick.
There's this perfect guy.
But he rides a bicycle.
But there's
all
one
fucked up.
thing he can do that does that like throws the whole thing
He
off.
rides a bicycle
Like a girl?
like not good.
What does that mean?
You ride
Like, not good.
side saddle?
So, all right, so
do not
let's
ride a bike
say these
well.
girls are recording their dudes, and it's the most basic stuff. Like, let's say it's the way they eat their sandwich.
Yeah.
And it's just not the way that normal people eat a sandwich.
I think it tends
Like, let's say they take a bite of the middle, you're like, you look so dumb right now.
And that's a make or break. That's a deal breaker.
Not a deal breaker, but you can look at the guy and be like, ugh.
Ick.
Ugh.
Ick. Do you have an ick?
I don't want him to act like a little bitch.
Is there like any particular behavior that makes him a little bitch?
I'm complaining a lot, or just like, I don't know, like a limited mindset. I feel like that gives me the ick. I'm like, ew, like you
but him
think so
tripping and
low of
falling
yourself.
isn't like an ick or something?
No, like that happens to the best of us. So like,
If he
it's
gets
kind
his ass
of
kicked-
cute. Like it's like, oh, you fell. Like I'd hope to be there to pick you up.
I have a good
So
answer.
All right, go ahead.
All right, you know what gives me the ick? When men have a childlike charisma, they really work it up to their full potential. So, like, for instance, I just experienced this where my ex-boyfriend has a childlike charisma, and instead of everyone
like Mike,
realizing
childlike
what's
charisma.
happening in the relationship, like, everyone sees what's going on. They see the manipulation, they see the gaslighting, and instead, when he starts crying, it's, aw, poor him. He's 27 years old, and he knows what the fuck he's doing. That gives me the ick. You know better. That whole childlike, like, even think of it, like, the girls that are doing this, they look at him as a fucking little kid. Oh, but are you okay? Yeah, he's fucking okay. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And the fact that the other girl responds to it, and you're like, you don't see this
girls
bullshit.
love this shit because girls want to take care of things. So when they see a damsel in distress, they're like, oh.
His mom didn't
What
love him
can I
enough.
do to take? Dude, his mom loves him too much. Bye.
She
Like,
babied him.
bye.
Oh, it's like the exact opposite.
So like,
All right,
on
Tiffany's
it's
chomping at the
some
bit.
fucked
What's
up
your
shit.
ick? Tiff?
I think my ick is just like a beta man. Like I like a man taking control and being like, no, you can't do
Okay,
that.
but you got to give me one particular behavior that's
A
like
beta,
an
let's
ick.
see.
That's an ick.
That's an ick. Let's see.
Like he's hot and he does one thing and you're like, oh no, you blew it. I'm out.
Well, I think it's just complaining about things that he can fix on his own.
Oh, competence. Okay.
I think being incompetent with himself.
Mhm.
I think also that gives me an ick. Like if a guy contradicts himself.
Okay. Well, that's okay. But not really. Okay, baby. But what's an ick for you? I know because you got like a ride or die guy. If there's one thing he could do that you'd be like, okay, I'm not a ride or die person anymore. I can't do this anymore. What would it be?
Oh man, I really don't even know, like, because I don't even really feel like he necessarily gives me any like icks, because it really is like that. It's kind of like what she said too. I hate to say that, like, oh, it's like the beta mentality or whatever, but like really, I think just like a guy just being like a little bitch is just like, it's such an ick for me. I'm just like, yo,
so
fucking
gross.
like man
Grow
up a little
up.
bit. You know what I mean? Like fight against the grain and what you're seeing on media. Like turn off the fucking news. Do
Like,
your own research.
You
Get
mean to
out
tell
there.
me you make millions of dollars and you're acting like a fucking child?
Yeah.
You want people to treat you like a child, especially women, where you're like, okay, so for instance, we were in Croatia. I got cheated on. I got totally betrayed, and I got gaslit by
In
not
Croatia.
only him, by everyone.
so specific.
And I'm stuck on a fucking boat with you guys, right? Everything that you were doing is wrong, and everything, like, everyone got to see what happened go down. I was made out to be the crazy person, when in all actuality, it was just because he had such a childlike charisma. People were like, "Oh, but he's
you were
But
Mugatu
he's
and he was
fine."
Zoolander. Is
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. The childlike charisma and the way that people act, it's literally so gross.
Kensley, what's your
so
ick?
gross.
Yeah, I wish I had a better answer for you, but I
mean,
yeah, it's good.
Yeah, just like what they're saying too. I don't like a guy that's a little bitch. I don't like anyone that complains a lot, is negative, can't fit, like just.
You need a man.
Be positive,
Yeah.
like change your mindset.
Be a rock.
And the other thing, oh my god,
One. What's
okay.
a pet peeve? What's a deal breaker?
So earlier you guys were like, Kinsley's having trouble finding a man. I'm like, no, I'm not trying anymore. I give up. Because every time, like, I will give someone one chance, they'll say something so fucking stupid so early on. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like this guy the other day. Actually, Michael knows him.
Here we go. Story time with Kenzie. Okay.
Text me. Who is it?
I'll tell you later, maybe. Okay, so I met this guy on a dating app, and we start texting, blah, blah, blah. He complains to me randomly, texts me like a picture of him and this girl.
I sure did.
At a concert, and he's like, I'm tired of dating. This girl was so ungrateful, blah, blah, blah. She can't even like, you know, give me like a thank you, a coffee, a blowjob, a thumb in the butt.
Why is he telling you this?
Thumb in the butt?
Why is he telling you that?
That's not a thumb in the butt.
I know this motherfucker.
I've never even met
I need to know if he's one of my clients. That's what I need to know. You need to tell me who it is.
So the ick is the thumb in the butt.
Will you text me right now who it was?
That's the turn on.
Yo.
Because I would understand that.
Kensley, message me who it was. I need to know who that was.
Why don't you just say it loud and proud right now?
But so, yeah, I'm like, I haven't even met you yet. We haven't even gone on a first date yet. First of all, why are you complaining about this girl? If you don't like her, don't talk to her. Why are you telling me this?
Yeah.
Guys, like, try so hard to impress me sometimes. Oh, that's the big ick. Like, I can tell when you're trying really hard to impress me, and it looks so stupid. Just be natural, be real. Don't do weird shit. Don't say weird shit. He said it 3 times. He's like, he kept saying the finger in the ass. I'm like...
I thought you trying to give like
Yo, you got to tell me who this is.
Like,
for real talk.
He's like, I need this.
It's like he's fishing to see. Like,
Yeah.
so you're gonna put your thin thumb in my ass?
Well, that's kind of obvious.
How do you react?
It's obvious you're going to do that, but whether or not you like him is the question.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That's a normal first thing.
A lot of guys just say stupid shit, and I'm just like, okay, you were really hot, and now I'm never gonna talk to you ever again.
Rita, what's your ick? What's your ick?
Oh, I was just gonna talk about when I put a thumb in somebody's ass. But like, okay, my ick.
Clearly, that's not an ick. But go ahead.
My ick is not letting me touch your butthole. How about that?
I believe you.
Like, be
I think
fucking
you're
reasonable.
so-
Your G-spot
I think-
up your ass. Like, there's a reason.
I think
your
you're being
asshole-
serious, which is scary.
So
Self-conscious
serious. Like, if you don't let me touch your
ick.
butt, like, that's a turn off for me.
What, you think it's fucking gay because I'm a woman sticking my finger
Like,
in your
that's
ass?
not gay.
Grow
It's
the
not
fuck
gay.
up.
Like,
Grow the
bro,
fuck up.
there's a reason. We
Grow the
all
fuck
got a
up.
fucking asshole, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yes, it's
We're
to
all
expel
equals here.
waste.
You think that-
That's the point of the asshole.
Then why do you have a
It's to
G-spot
get
in
rid
there,
of poop.
Michael?
Hold on. You think
Why do you have a
that
G-spot in your ass?
you think that your anus is an exit only? What? Just like your lungs are only built for smoking?
Yes.
What?
Well, you know,
Lungs are definitely
built
meant
for
for smoking.
Like my lungs
not
are
for
for
breathing,
smoking, right?
not for breathing.
Rita,
No, for
Rita,
breathing.
Michael. So what's a
No,
deal breaker? What's an
smoking.
ick for you with the guy?
Well, that was one of them.
Okay.
But
Oh, breathing.
I guess
you said?
like bad. No.
Breathing, Michael. I meant
breathing
that
is an ick.
terminology seriously. So I saw
believe you.
that on
An
Shameless,
ick.
and I never forgot it. So he was talking about how his brother was gay, and he said, "Oh, your butthole is an exit only, just like your lungs are only built for smoking." And it was supposed to be like in a little aha
This is
moment.
like such
It
stoner
wasn't-
logic.
Well, but it's a total, it's a total like anomaly.
It is.
Where it's like you think that that's an exit only, but your G spot's up your ass. Like
So,
I
don't know this dude. He follows me, but I don't know.
What about my? Can I pick my nose?
Here's the thing.
But you don't have a
It was
G-spot in your
joke.
nose,
It
bro.
was a joke. It wasn't. So
I know.
I know that your lungs aren't built for smoking. They're built for breathing. That's where the joke comes in. When you have to explain a joke, it becomes 10 times funnier.
That's a dick. What's your
Except
ick?
Ooh,
What's
explaining
your
jokes
ick?
is so ick.
My ick is like guys that like want to constantly like see your phone and they're like, let me see your phone. It's like, what the fuck are you looking
They're
for?
so insecure.
Yeah, like insecure like that.
Yeah.
It just really, because one time like I always have a boundary. I'm like, no, like get out of here. And then one time I let them see the phone and nothing was on it, and they were like, oh, okay, well, you know, I think we both learned a lot from this, and I think we should just both apologize. And I said,
Apologize for what?
get the fuck out
But
of
would
my house.
you rather have him ask, or would you rather have him look without your permission?
What's that?
That's their past trauma coming into play. So it actually
I will-
my problem.
actually
Get the
had
fuck
nothing
off
to
my
do with
phone.
you.
I have a question
The
for
fact
you
that
though.
they think like even if I didn't find anything on your phone, so you must be deleting it. That has everything to do with them and nothing to do with you.
But wait, I have a question though. Would you rather have him ask you to look at it or find out that he hacked it or is looking into it? Would you rather
snooping?
Would you rather have him snoop or would you rather be honest and be like, here you go, I got nothing to hide?
It's just annoying that he's even asking.
But if you
me.
had
It's
to
like,
choose, though.
don't you have
None of the
anything better to
above.
do with your day than like? Why do you want to look at my? Why are you so insecure? Like, what happened?
It's an evolutionary adaptation because women have cheated throughout history, and
Yeah,
this
but
is
I
genetics.
didn't cheat in his
So
history,
have
so that's not my
men.
problem.
So have men.
Yes,
Bye.
and when men
Same energy, bro.
and when men cheat, you still have your baby, and we don't know whose baby it is. That's
I think that's why paternal test should be a federal law.
That's an easy cop-out.
Paternal test. Saying that though,
Get a fucking DNA test.
paternal test should be a federal
Get a
law.
fucking DNA test.
Okay, humans have been around. Humans have been around for 3 million years. Homo sapiens for 300,000, 200,000 years, and in that whole time, we've only had fucking paternity tests since 1980. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's like, of course, it's an evolutionary adaptation for men to be jealous.
Well,
it's not. It's not
how many times do you guys walk out on the babies
so.
that they do have?
You
How
mean
many
to tell
times do
me?
they not step up to the plate and
So-
take care of the
Hey,
kids?
you want to know something crazy? So there's another study that it goes over when men suspect that their girl is cheating, the likelihood that she's cheating is like astronomically high.
Yeah.
Like compared to the regular population, it's an instinct. It's you have to imagine.
Women have that
Regular
too.
population.
What's your ick? What's your
Yeah, I
ick?
want to hear hers too.
What's your ick?
So this is not the current situation. This is an ick from finding out that this is an ick from
You don't
years
get to
ago.
say finger in the butt either. Okay, that's been taken twice already.
There we go. She hit it again. The law firm of Carly and Rita
Wait,
has returned.
Carly, I love those pants. Those are supposed to be my pants, aren't they? No, they were your pants, but I love them more than you love
Excuse
them.
me. Excuse me.
Olivia just gave her
We have
those
an ick in
pants.
progress.
Wait, those are my pants that
Getting
she's
tired.
wearing.
No, those are Olivia's pants.
My biggest ick is
They're
when
Olivia's pants. She
Guys,
just gave her.
guys.
Well, I'm going to ask you this in a second.
I'm
Please,
gonna
go
give you my answer in a second.
my biggest ick is when, or if he complains about where he is in his life right now and his situation, and he does nothing to help himself out. And then what's even worse is then when I ask him what's wrong, and again, nothing to do with the current situation. When I ask him what's wrong, or if I try and help and I understand it has everything to do with you want to bring food to the table, you want to do everything. But then when you can't even allow me to even intervene, not even financially, then we have a problem.
She wishes.
And this is after paying $9,000 to turn the lights on, the water back on. Wow.
See, that's a competency ick.
Well, yeah. I mean, you probably
All right.
just go pick another dude. You know,
All
I
right.
would pick another dude.
Carly, I can't even believe I'm going to ask this.
Please ask her.
What is your ick? What does a guy do that you
so
turn that's
here
a
is
deal
my
breaker?
biggest ick.
Besides
You're
nothing,
done with
everything.
She was
Here
ready for
is
this.
my biggest ache right now. You guys ready?
And we will end
I thought
with
about this long and hard. My biggest ache is when a show goes on for 2.5 hours.
There it is. Okay,
And I'm
you
just
got
sitting here trying to have fun and go out with my girls.
it. Stab me in the. Well, at least you stabbed me in the front instead of the back. All right.
So,
What do you say about that one, Michael?
We had fun.
Oh, does that have something to do with me? I don't have no idea. Oh, was she talking about me? Was that some passive aggressive way for her to sit there and insult me where I didn't even notice it?
insult
Oh, okay.
them.
Just wanted to say.
Michael's just like,
Oh, Rita. Oh, come here. Come here, Liv. Liv, come here and take my chair. Liv.
Love you here. Have a great night. Everybody, thank you for listening. We love you.
One day I'm going to get Rita on here. She is the cornerstone upon which the toxicity
here,
of the city, like, I'm sorry, Liv. We get Liv on. I've done that before, I think. All right, awesome. There we go.
We are
Congratulations.
done.
Rita made the show.
Let's do final thoughts.
Okay, awesome. Final thoughts. What do you think so far?
Yeah, it was a good show.
Yeah?
It was long, but it was good. I'm here, present. You know, it was interesting to hear everyone and what they had to say. So, yeah.
I think this proves everything. She's a great podcast host. So she
You're so cute.
is a podcast host on Green Room Radio. For those of you that don't know, tune in. She speaks when it's relevant to her, but she lets other people speak her mind. Outside of that, I think this is a great show to broadcast how women are and what we do think, even if men don't agree with it, that's fine, because we can sit here and disagree all day long with Rolo and
Obviously,
Michael
all fucking
and
night.
everything else,
disagree.
right?
It's not agree or disagree.
This is where the conversation piece.
It's not agree or disagree. It's called a warning.
This is where the conversation piece is like born and raised. You want to fester in this shit? Think about how men work differently than women. That's all there is to it. You can sit here and think we're a piece of shit. Bye.
Well, men actually
because
work.
women, for the most part, think you're a fucking piece of shit.
All right.
So, I rest my case.
Sorry, you guys are working. Oh, it's my turn? Okay. Well, I feel like I just took a bath in battery acid.
Does it feel good? No, it's been a little toxic, and I need my holy Bible after today.
Can you read it to me? You and Michael both.
Actually, they do have Audible now.
Read it to me. Seductive voice.
They've had the Bible and Audible for 50 years.
They have it in Audible.
The only sexy Jesus.
Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
Carly.
I think I had a lot of fun today. Thank you to Michael. Thank you to Rojo.
Thank you, Michael.
It was really fun. Thank you for challenging us, and thank you for letting us be speaking our intimate minds.
All right. Well, I'm going to bring a lot of toxic men to my birthday next week, and you guys can have your pick. You guys can have your pick of toxic men.
Michael, what do you think we're coming?
I know you're not coming for me. All right, let's go.
Definitely not.
We're
going to be
coming.
But we're going to be coming.
I actually love like the contrast between women, because even though we have so many similarities, there are so many differences in like our actual morals and our backgrounds and how we developed, and it's so fun to actually like articulate that. You know what I mean? And have a platform to do that. So I had a really great time, and I hope I can be back. So.
For sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
You can come back on the Carly and Rita show that's coming up here pretty soon. For sure.
This was very fun, very interesting, very diverse group.
Yeah.
Very diverse. So yeah, just I would say like men don't get too afraid.
There we go.
There are
Men don't matter.
Good women, though. There are some good women out there. It's just like
For sure.
This has
You're
to be
good.
a money.
there's lots of different types of people.
You want to start a podcast?
With Rita.
There we
Me,
go.
you, and me, you, and Rita.
Rita, what do you got to say?
I think it's cool bringing a bunch of different minds together. Like, we're all still girls. So, like, it's like I still feel like we have each other's bags, but we all do different things. And it's like, hey, you respect me, I respect you. That's it.
That's all love.
Yeah.
All love.
All love.
Yeah, I had a blast today. Thank you so much for having me. And I really like to talk to all these different, beautiful, amazing, diverse women and hear the good, the bad, the dirty. It was really fun. And it was really entertaining. I'm like, my jaw was on the floor half of the show. The Mexico story, though, was my favorite.
Oh my God, wasn't it? It was like me and Carly got to create our own song.
We did. DJs the whole trip.
What do you think?
But it was a
I thought it was really nice to be able to obviously meet all these beautiful women and know that no matter what your background is, obviously everyone's minds do to an extent think a little bit differently, and I think it's really important for men out there to know that, you know, there are good women and there are good men.
You're goddamn right.
There you go. And what I've learned from this is you guys need to fucking give up and move to Colombia. It's over. There's no chance.
Bro.
Passport bro. I've completely changed my mind. 100%. Passport bro. Let's go.
All right, what do we
Shout out
got?
to the passport bro.
So let's
Tell these bitches to go to hell.
Shout out to Big Mo.
All right. So when's the next show?
Okay, next show is going to be next week, right? We're going to do the 6th. The 6th.
It'll be a Friday because what are we doing Thursday?
We're doing Thursday. Is going to be my birthday party, so you're going to see me kind of fucked up and.
Yes.
Yeah, my brother. If you guys
want to make sure you have lots of room on your camera for lots of pictures.
If you guys haven't figured out, my birthday party has nothing to do with me.
He's only turning 87 women.
The birthday party is for the 143 girls that show up.
Let me just say for the state, for the record now, I am in the WhatsApp chat for his birthday. I am the only guy in that chat.
Oh, we know. Tiny is for the streets.
So Michael, I have a question. It's your 25th.
Don't hold us up. Before you say anything, remember, I'm not in the chat. Any of you are in the chat. Let's say anyway.
It's nothing to do with the chat. I just had a question. So it's the 25th anniversary of your 21st birthday, right?
Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah.
Hey.
I was 21,
More stoner
25 years
logic
ago.
at the end of the show.
Yes, beautiful.
Well, That's it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for coming. There
you go.
We'll see you guys on the 6th.
We'll see you guys on the 6th. Everybody, do better. Just do better. That's all I can say. Just do fucking better. All right? See you guys soon.
Play us out, Peanut, okay?